see. Hello, hello, hello. This is the wrong screen. There we go. All right. And hi, welcome back. This is the first game talk we've done since December. So we got a lot to do. A lot to catch up on. Start music. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet, especially once Nono's on.
I don't know, I can't hear anything.
Hi, Nona. December, I hardly know her, yeah. Deltarune music sounds so wrong when it's looping for a period of time someone describes as entirely too long. So true, Oshu. Welcome, Hazu Noshu. Welcome, welcome to the, I guess, halfway point of 2025. Not 2026, 2025. Game talk with Nono.
Remember when we said that we would do this quarterly?
Yeah. I mean, there's certainly enough news to do it. But, here we are. Hi, Oatmeal Cookie. Welcome in, welcome in.
Hi, Oatmeal. Hi, Yahazu. Hi, Yoshu. Hello. Hi, Hawk.
Hi, hi.
I'm here. Can we talk about the fact that you spent so much time setting up that new screen and then you forgot to put it on?
Yeah, you know, it happens.
Or you just want to breeze right past that. That's understandable. I mean,
Yeah.
It is a
Standard
VTuber
VTuber
stream.
scuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Who the fuck needs quality? There you go. I said the F word on Hawk's stream.
Welcome in, everyone.
Hello. So games in 2025, huh?
Yeah, not 2026. Ignore the, the previous stream titles.
What a crazy year already.
It has been. Only a couple months in, and yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
Like, easily 4 very easy Game of the Year contenders off the top of my head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy.
Game of the Year already came out. Yeah, Oshu?
Yeah, but which one? That's the question. Alright, Hawk,
look outside,
can you guess
okay.
which my 4 candidates are right now?
Let's see. I mean, Expedition 33, that's kind of that's an easy one, right?
Yep, absolutely, yes. I don't think anyone will shut up about this game anytime soon. And that's okay.
It's definitely that kind of high-quality narrative game with interesting gameplay gimmicks. I think it's kind of a shoo-in for contention.
Do we want to run like Subway Surfers or something in the background?
I can pull something up. Let's see.
Actually, like sizzle reels of the games we're talking about would be sick if that's possible.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I've heard of Look Outside. That's not one of them, though. While Hawk's doing that, the new Donkey Kong game is incredible.
Yeah.
I've not gotten very far into it yet. I'm only like 500 layers deep or whatever, which I don't even think is like the halfway point. I'm like a third from what I understand. That's really fun. It's not actually a collectathon as much as I thought.
Really? I just assumed it would be like Mario Odyssey like that.
It has the same structure as Mario Odyssey. Hi Kitsu, welcome in. In the way that you have like a goal to get to, right? There's a linear path you can take through the map to get to where you need to be and continue to the next world. And then you have all this shit to collect on the way there. And also the way you get to the end goal is basically up to you. You can follow the recommended path, or you can like... You can Echoes of Wisdom your way to the goal. Let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah. That sounds promising. I loved Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, it's very fun to just use the level as your playground to get where you need to be.
Nice. I definitely think that was the best part of Odyssey, too, was the fact that it was so much of like a physics playground. So leaning more into that of being able to use the level and your abilities to get wherever you want to go with enough time and effort is really cool.
Exactly, yeah, Yahazu does ask, does that mean I can stack bed to go anywhere? Essentially, that's kind of the gist of it. That's pretty much what I'm talking about.
Nice. Classic bed stacking.
Yeah, there's some cute surprises too, of course, that I won't talk about. It's a Nintendo game through and through. You can tell it was made by the Odyssey team.
Nice. I mean, definitely that was clear from the visual style in the trailers.
Honestly, Nintendo games already kind of have that feel to them where they feel more like toys than games, and this one especially just feels like something fun to play around with.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm definitely planning on playing it. I just got my Switch 2 this week, actually. Thursday night. Just finished setting up.
It's still a collectathon, since Oatmeal brought it up. But you don't really need to collect any of the collectibles, is my thing. Like, one of the main collectibles is for cosmetics that do give you abilities, don't get me wrong. And then the other collectible is for skill points, which, again, are optional.
So you can play the game without unlocking skills? Or you just get the skill points elsewhere?
Yeah. When I think of collectathons, I think more of something like Banjo-Kazooie or Mario 64, where you collect things to unlock more things.
Right, and it is entirely gated behind the collectible progression, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
heck,
sense.
even Donkey Kong 64, the biggest collectathon of all time.
I mean, that
Aisugima, yeah.
pretty much defined an entire genre of 3D collectathon platformers.
Essentially, yeah.
Hi, Sugi, how's it going? And hi, Kitsu.
I am cute. I have a new PNG.
You do indeed have a new PNG.
This one is still a very basic version of it. I have no, like, emotional control over this one. I'm still working on it.
Work in progress, but still exclusive first look at Nono's PNG right here. Only on Hawkbar stream.
not just the new PNG, but the new design in general. My hat's different. My hairstyle's vaguely different.
And you got different bangs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
I had to make this one after doing the collab PNG for Sane, just to be, like, consistent in my art style.
Makes sense.
And I like how it came out.
Yeah, it looks great.
But games! Hawk, do you even have a Switch 2 yet?
Yeah, I just got mine Thursday.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I've only played Mario Kart for a few hours. I've not picked up any other games yet.
I was gonna ask, like, what have you played on it, and what are you planning to play on it?
Yeah, I am 100%. I 100% got it for Metroid Prime 4. Like, that is the only must play on my list of future Switch games. Just because I played through every other Metroid game. I'm gonna play Prime 4, and it sounds like it's gonna be interesting from everything I've heard of it. But I'm absolutely interested in Bonanza. I will be picking it up once I finish Expedition 33, probably. I'll absolutely be picking up Pokemon just because, hey, Pokemon, sure.
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat. They do come out on Switch 1, but why when we can play it better?
Exactly.
Especially Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, if the past few Pokemon games are any indication, I'm definitely going to play it on the higher performing console.
Yeah.
I did really like the first Pokemon Legends game, the Arceus one, just because it did play around with the formula in quite a few ways, and that was really interesting to me.
I did like that it was very different.
Yeah. I can tolerate a lot of, like, repetitive collectathon achievement style stuff, which most of that game was, as long as the core gameplay is enjoyable enough, and it was for me. So I'm very curious to see what they do with ZA. It's obviously very different in a lot of ways from what we've seen in the trailers, but if it still carries some elements of innovation to it, I'm very curious to see what they do.
I agree with all your points, plus the Kalos region is my favorite region, other than Alola.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that in particular. But to be honest, I'm gonna say something really controversial here. I'm more excited about Digimon Time Stranger, personally.
That does look very interesting. I still have not finished Cyber Sleuth, but...
I'm currently replaying Cyber Sleuth, and it has aged, especially the dialogue is very, like, mid-2010s. Very much that, like... I know it's, like, just a Bandai Namco localization, but my first thought when I went through the dialogue again was, this is the NIS America era of localization. Just a
Yeah,
lot of memes and references.
that checks out.
Very contemporary.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, Digimon's never been a particularly highbrow narrative to begin
It
with, so.
really hasn't been. And I love it for that reason.
It's good, cartoony fun.
Yeah.
It's all this interesting stuff. I appreciate that it's still a nice kind of turn-based RPG style vibe when a lot of games are switching to more complicated structures.
It's great that you bring that up.
Yeah.
So, Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Mm-hmm.
Or in other words, what if we made Mario RPG woke?
Yeah. And very, very French.
Yes. I love that game. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was looking forward to it when I saw all the announcements for it and people were like, what the fuck is this? Sandful Interactive? Who are they?
Tiny studio with a lot of funding to hire a lot of contractors. Just an interesting combination.
All I saw was a turn-based RPG that had a UI that looked a lot like Persona and it had parrying and quick time events, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And it's got a very interesting narrative, pretty well-written characters, very big voice cast. Or not big voice cast, but a high-budget voice cast. And the fact that they got Andy Serkis in there is crazy.
I absolutely love that they just did something completely of their own. Like, it feels so creative through and through. Like, obviously there's like tropes that we see in other places, but not to this extent, really.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have leaned into, like, their own aesthetic very much, and it's very cool to see. And there's plenty of other games that have some of those gameplay mechanics, but most of them don't have that kind of Western, uniquely French, European visual aesthetic to it, which is very cool.
And yet it still feels so much like a JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
In the best way, like parentheses positive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I was surprised to just...
soundtrack.
The soundtrack is great. That is true. Main complaint is the English cast how the English dubs is Lune. Yeah, that's fair.
Lune, my girl, my favorite.
She is my favorite character so far. I have only just gotten past Act 1. And the big twist there. So I still got a ways to go on the story, so don't spoil anything for you, but...
I am not gonna say shit.
But I have been mostly enjoying it so far. I will say I am probably not liking it as much as most people who love the game are. And that is purely just a personal thing. I think the game is incredibly well made.
Alright.
I prefer turn-based RPGs because I am bad at action games and reaction combat. Just my hands, my eyes, and my brain don't always work right as I get older. So I am really not liking the parry dodging mechanics.
That's understandable, honestly.
And I've definitely seen some sentiment online too from people who are like, oh, this is an amazing turn-based RPG, go play it. And then they play it and learn that it's actually an action game with turn-based progression in the combats. Like, everything's QTE based. And if you don't know that it's that going in, you might have a very different experience than what you expected. Because, at least in my experience so far playing it, it is very heavily dependent on the parrying and dodging. Like, if you don't parry and dodge, you're not getting action points. If you get hit, especially against bosses, it is very punishing. It's just very dependent on being able to land those QTEs.
I agree with that for most of the game, honestly. Like, everyone has a vastly different experience playing this game depending on how deep they go into the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So different people will have different experiences even besides the parrying, but that is absolutely one of the bigger aspects. So I'm hoping for like mods that kind of mitigate that, at least on PC.
Mhm.
I do think setting the game to easy kind of widens the window.
Yeah, it
But the
does make...
game, the story is absolutely beatable, not parrying or dodging a single time.
Sure, you just got to be really good at doing the right builds and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
But it does
And there are
still...
ways.
Yeah, it's certainly doable, but it's still very swingy.
Yes,
For
like,
the
you're
average
absolutely
player.
gonna have a different experience from other people.
Yeah. So I still think the game is amazing, for the record. I'm still having a ton of fun with it. The narrative is amazing, and the gameplay design is really good. It is just not the kind of design that I am particularly good at playing.
Yes,
But
yeah,
lowering the difficulty makes
side
it
content.
too trivial, because it also increases your damage, and then fights are just over immediately.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish there were more difficulty configuration settings to be able to say, like, I want to keep enemy damage and player health the same, but widen the parry window a little bit. That sort of thing.
Yeah. We would need, like, sliders for different aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Ironically, Ubisoft is very good at doing that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think modern, like, Western AAA developers just have a checklist now of accessibility features, and now difficulty settings are on that list, so almost every game has them, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And it's the Japanese and Korean and Chinese and European developers that are a little more inconsistent about it. But also, they have smaller budgets, so I can forgive them for picking and choosing what features they implement. Still, anyway, Expedition 33, still amazing. I'm loving all the characters.
Oh yeah, like,
story's amazing.
what a great scale for a game, too. Like, they knew exactly what they wanted to go for, and they managed it.
Mm-hmm.
With a small... I won't say small team, they had, like, outside help, too. Like, the whole, like, oh, only 50 people worked on this game thing is kind of a lie.
They had hundreds of contractors.
Yeah.
Yeah, small number of full-time employees, which is how most studios are structured these days, as contractors are easier to do.
It is a well-managed game, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Definitely very well produced to be able to deliver such a large-scale game on such a tight budget. Very impressive. Like, the environments are so detailed. That's just insane. Yeah, issues with it and put it on straight difficulty, the auto executes for him. Yeah, there is a setting for that. It's like, I don't want it to be trivial to play, I just want it to be easier to do the action sections, but have everything else be the normal difficulty.
But Hawk, didn't you know that when you do that, you cheat not only yourself, but the game? Wait, no, that's not the right quote, shit.
I will fight anyone that says games shouldn't have difficulty settings.
They should always have difficulty settings. I don't know what people are on about. Like, if you think it makes the game too easy or ruins the point of the game, just don't play on that setting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you care what other people experience?
Exactly. If you want the challenge, just put it on hard difficulty and continue on with your day. Like,
yeah. Here's the thing, right? I always say, like, there's no point to having a difficulty setting in something like Dark Souls because that's the whole point of the game. But if someone wants to play a lesser version of the game, let them.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, Expedition 33 is an excellent example of a game where, you know, it could be valuable to play the game just for the narrative, even if you're not great at the combat.
Exactly.
Like, there's still a lot to get out of that game without the combat difficulty. Obviously, if you are capable of doing it, then, you know, it's worth it to also have a great RPG to play through, but...
Yeah. Keats makes a good point too, is that the game is much more affordable for people. Like, the $40 price tag, honestly, I think is what brought a lot of people in.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point too, yeah, it is. AA pricing for what is effectively a low-budget AAA game. It's kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy that they tried to sell Outer Wilds 2 for like $80.
Yeah, and they walked that back now, which sounds about right, because not Outer Wilds 2, Outer Worlds 2. Very important distinction.
Oh,
I will happily play $80 for Outer Wilds 2. But Outer Worlds 2, yeah. Like, I mean, everyone who played the first game was like, yeah, that was okay. That was, you know, a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. There are a handful of people who really loved it, but like most people are like, this is worse than New Vegas, this is worse than, you know, all these other contemporary games. So trying to sell the sequel to that for $80 is insane. Like, you're just never gonna get people who are interested enough from what they've heard of the first game to try it.
You can absolutely tell that they saw Nintendo price Mario Kart World, and they were like, "Oh, cool, we can just do that now." No, you can't. They didn't even do it for Bonanza.
Yeah, the fact that we just immediately jumped from $60 to $80 over the course of like 2 years is crazy.
It was bound to happen eventually. Like games haven't exactly gotten more expensive over the years, except for all the microtransaction and DLC bullshit that adds to it. But yeah, sadly, I mean, at the end of the game, video games are a luxury item. They can charge whatever they want for it. But then you have to ask yourself, is it worth it for me to pay that price? And for most people, no, it's not.
Exactly.
And then it's the developers that are going to suffer from it because they need the financial support in the business.
Yeah, the studios need the money, but also gamers don't have as much money, so you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, you know, maybe the CEOs just shouldn't give each other massive bonuses and lay people off left and right. You know,
That'd be nice.
There does seem to be an imbalance there.
There is, yeah.
But I'm not an expert.
Yeah. But I think just in general, the industry is becoming less profitable overall. There's less money to be spent on luxury goods all around the world, across the board. And,
which is crazy because the audience is bigger than it has ever been.
But a lot of them are, you know, playing free-to-play mobile games or, in certain parts of the world, pirating most of their games. So the actual pool of gamers is relatively stagnant.
Yeah.
Over the past 5 years or so. Maybe they shouldn't spend 20 years in development. Yeah, okay, that is the biggest thing. The biggest factor in games being unprofitable is that they are spending 6 to 10 years in development with teams of hundreds of people, which are not getting paid great salaries, but they're getting paid, you know, at least the legal minimum. And you multiply that by that many people over that many years, there's just no way to make your money back at that point. Like,
nope.
You have to sell millions and millions and millions of copies to break even, and that's just not going to happen. Super Early Hawk, yep. Hi, Lowell, how's it going? So, hi, dear.
Hello. Yeah, at this point, scaling down the studios and letting them work on actual passion projects would be the way to go, theoretically. It's just rough when, for example, Microsoft acquired all of these studios, right? And they were like, yeah, just go work on whatever you want to work on, and we have the money. And then they present what they worked on, and all of a sudden it's not good enough.
Yep. I think a lot of it is just... Games are hard to make under budget and on time, just in general. Like, they're incredibly complex pieces of software, more complicated than most professional software, by far, with billions of art assets that all have to be made, and so many complex gameplay systems that interact with each other. Like, there's just no good way to estimate how long a game is going to take to develop. And you need really, really good producers who know what they're doing, keeping everyone on track constantly. But if you do that too much, then you've got too much micromanagement and you're back to square one. So there's very particular balance.
They're really working on those art assets on things like Call of Duty and Destiny or Marathon or whatever that uses the AI art. That's, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. Cat's out of the bag on AI content to video games. There's no going back, unfortunately.
Nope, we just need a bigger bag is the issue.
That too. Yeah, because they're already using it for voice acting. They're using it for background art, environment art. Pretty soon they're going to be using it for props as well. The technology's getting there.
I mean, to be fair, when it comes to like environment art, I feel like it's always been a thing. We just didn't call it AI. Like Speed Tree is essentially that, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit different because of the moral implications of like what it's trained on. But
yeah, that absolutely.
We've always been automating game developers' jobs away. Like, that's just the tech industry in general. That's just innovation economy in general. So that's nothing
like the
new.
Magic One tool in Photoshop is like the prime example of like early assistants, machine assistants, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so, like you said, games are one of the most complex software products, and they're entertainment. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, most real professional software doesn't have to be real-time 60 FPS networked multiplayer with lag compensation. Like, no real business software is worrying about any of that. Yeah, isn't that fun? First games are military radar screens.
I also want God Eater to return. Much as I like Monster Hunter, I need my anime schlop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the God Eater team is currently doing Code Vein 2.
Oh, that's right, we're getting Code Vein 2.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Which, if it's...
Damn, that did not look great.
Yeah, well, it didn't look any worse than the first game. It also didn't look great.
Anything other than the player character looked awesome, but for some reason it just looked like a completely different art style from the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've ported the character creator over without really updating it much. So we'll see if they have got a team working on that before final release.
Wasn't Code Vein a low-key prequel to God Eater?
Yeah. And there's I won't spoil it for anyone who's interested in that, but it is technically in the same universe.
I just did.
Yeah. Won't spoil the details. How exactly it relates to the God Eater universe, but it does.
Right, yeah.
Which is interesting. But yeah. Yeah, game pricing. I think I'm definitely opposed to generative AI in how it's going to be so disruptive across the board to everyone. But I definitely think stuff like that, like generating some basic art assets and stuff, is probably one of the better ways that they can cut budget for AAA games and still deliver large-scale games. Like, obviously it's not great that artists are being replaced and all that, but the current situation is untenable. They are employing too many artists over too long of a time. So they got to find some way to either dramatically cut down on scope, which gamers are going to hate, or they have to find ways to make the same scope cheaper. And stuff like that makes sense.
Is telling me that players don't care about scope.
I think it depends. I think there's different segments within the gaming market that are looking for different things. Like, obviously, most people are playing a mix of indie and AAA games right now. But if there were no AAA games, people would be like, hey, where's all of the Assassin's Creeds and Ubisoft games and all of that? Where's Spider-Man 3, you know? Like, there is a big market there that would be underserved. I think once it's gone,
like
people would notice.
Spoiled.
Yeah. Very much so, though. Like, those games are very difficult to make profitable, so what can you do? Hotcakes artists, it's so true. Obviously, I am the pinnacle of capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, you're a scientist. Of course you hate art.
Exactly.
That's why I'm here.
Exactly. That's why I commission you to make emotes.
Right. Yeah, I should do more of those.
Yep. Yeah, but they're good. We do have a Hawkbar dab as of recently.
Oh yeah.
Courtesy of Nono.
I'm proud of that one, but not as much as it could be. I feel like I could have done that better.
I like it though. I think it reads really well, which is the hardest part of making a dab
That's
emote.
The main thing. Yeah. I never could do one for myself, so.
Mm-hmm. You also have a lot more stuff going on, I think, with your design that would be obscured by the pose. So it'd be hard to make it read well.
That was the main issue.
I'm mostly just a white blob with blue hair. But yeah.
But honestly, to go back to the topic of AI real quick, I think once it stops making money, they're probably gonna drop it, or at least not have it be as prevalent.
I think we'll see. I think gamers as a whole are not gonna give enough backlash to punish the practice.
No, but the developers might want to stop developing. That's my fear.
You think the developers are gonna back out if their jobs get replaced?
Yeah. And then, would you play a game that was made entirely by an AI?
Entirely? No, absolutely. Be garbage.
Exactly, yeah. Like, at some point, the human touch will leave, because who wants to work with AI? That sounds so passionless.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there's already a lot of artists doing kind of passionless work on games, making boxes and crates and building facades. Like, I think that's where the AI is really going to settle in, is all the unfun, boring corners
the busy work.
Yeah, the busy work, exactly. Which will still suck, because that's what all the junior employees work on, and that kind of eliminates a whole category of stuff that they can be doing. Which is going to make it harder for people on board.
I think there's always going to be developers that are going to prioritize people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be like AA.
Yeah. It's going to be AA. That AA is the future, ultimately.
Yeah.
I don't think AAA is dead, but I think it's going to have to evolve in various ways.
Well, clearly it's going to become quadruple A. Didn't you hear, Hawk, that we have the first quadruple A game?
I mean, unironically, with the budgets that they have now, it is effectively a quadruple A budget. Whether the results are quadruple A is up to debate. They spent a lot of fucking money on Concrete for what they got. Shrink entry-level program positions are already becoming a problem. Oh, it's a massive problem. AI is replacing junior-level positions in pretty much every white-collar industry right now, which is insane.
Yeah, and I don't know that more studios would be the answer to spread people out.
Mm-hmm. Now you'll probably see
need more money.
Yeah. You'll probably see juniors having to focus on making like independent games mostly, and then pivoting that experience into getting hired at a studio versus being able to get your start at a AAA studio or AA studio.
At this point, if someone asked me how to get into the games industry, I would just tell them to do your own thing, try something independent, as long as you can like finance it yourself. That you have a better shot at selling a game when you do it independently nowadays than if you sign up with a big company, because then you might already be laid off after a year.
Yeah, both of them are not fun places to be in terms of trying to turn a profit.
Yeah.
Pretty much across the board, profit by company is going down. Like, the overall majority of indies do not take off, don't make enough money to sustain development, and now a lot of AAA games are failing to make their budget back, and a lot of AA games don't get enough press to sustain themselves either. So it's just pretty much across the board now, more than ever, game development is a big risk to take. And it's something you should probably start doing as a hobby or as a plan A with a solid plan B in mind.
Absolutely, yeah, that's the important aspect. Like, don't just jump in and invest everything into your gaming career. That's risky.
Very risky. Like, I think I talked about this last game talk, but like, if you just scroll like the new releases page on Steam, like, there's games on there every single day. And a lot of those games have probably been in development for years, with a developer working on it every single week. And they release, and they sell 2 copies, and that's all the money they make back for their time. Like, it's just...
See, this is why you just make an adult game. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, are we pivoting to that? Yeah, that's a whole thing now. As of, like, 2 days ago. Just the entire... Because I think it's, the UK passed a law about it for requiring age verification, and everyone's just decided this is when we're going to follow suit and do it across the board. Yeah, so Visa credit card company in America, who processes the overwhelming majority of payments for all online services across the whole world. Yeah, basically told Steam, hey, you got to take down all of your NSFW games that could be a problem, or we're going to stop processing any payments for Steam, which would be a huge deal. And Steam's like, okay, well, we can't fight this because that's our revenue. That's all our revenue. So, Steam delisted a bunch of games. Same with itch.io.
Have you noticed the trend with the games that were hit, that it's mostly the adult themes are in the title?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's stuff that they've automatically flagged. Obviously, they didn't go through game by game and
Yeah, I checked and all my games are safe. I'm not gonna specify which ones they are, obviously, but
I do know itch.io took down every game that was tagged NSFW.
yeah, that's shitty.
And completely deleted the downloads for them too. So even if you paid for them previously, they're gone from your library now. Can't be downloaded anymore. But
That
I mean,
seems like a big legal issue.
you'd think, but like, what can you do? Visa just refuses to process your payments. Now you make $0, effectively. Like, there's no alternatives to Visa and MasterCard, even if you're in other countries. Like,
Yeah.
if you get rid of credit card payments, then people will have to pay by, like, mailing you cash, mailing you a check. Like, PayPal processes things through Visa and MasterCard, so PayPal's not an alternative.
Yep.
You can do cryptocurrency, but what's going to happen then is when people start using cryptocurrency, Visa and MasterCard will say, hey, cryptocurrency is being used for a lot of illegal transactions. We're going to ban cryptocurrency. And the only way to buy more cryptocurrency will be... Yeah. So the only way to get cryptocurrency would be through mining it, which is tremendously inefficient, or using other cryptocurrency to buy it, because you won't be able to use a credit card for it. Apparently doing an audit of each of the games, so they unlisted all of them while they do that. That makes a little more sense, but still. I mean, the fact that these credit card payment companies are able to do that is insane.
I'm curious now. Let me manually search on Google for an NSFW game on itch.io and see if it pops up that way still. Because it should theoretically, right?
Yeah, I think what they did is they took out all of the games that are current in the library, but there's some new releases that are still showing up because they were released after they did the purge. So there are a few games that show up, but the overwhelming majority do not.
So interestingly, I just went to find an NSFW game on itch.io through Google. I found it. It's one that's already been out for like a couple of years. And for the first time ever, I've never had to do this on itch.io. I had to enter my birthday.
Oh, yes. Yes. So the UK did this, and the EU has been talking about doing it, so companies have just been started doing it across the board. If you don't live in America, basically now you're required to put in your government ID of some kind to verify that you're of age.
Crazy.
And like this has been across the board. Discord is doing it now. Obviously Steam, itch.io, like a bunch of services just in the past like 48 hours have turned this on ahead of upcoming legislation.
Are we going to reach a point where we have to sell our games through OnlyFans?
Well, see, OnlyFans is already going to do that. Like, I don't know that there's a corner of the internet that can escape this.
Oh, shit.
If you take payments of any kind, you're liable. And that's most websites because they have to stay running.
Crazy.
I've seen a bunch of people like...
happening.
Yeah, it's crazy. I see a bunch of people going like, hey, just use a VPN. VPN only helps if there's a country that doesn't have this law applied. And I'm sure the US will follow suit after everyone else does. Definitely socially, it's trending in that direction.
I can think of a couple countries that just do their own shit.
That's true. But if it's a small enough set of countries, they'll just start banning all traffic from those countries.
We'll just make a new internet.
I mean, that might be the only path forward, realistically. Thankfully, the actual, like, internet tech standards have been trending in the way of privacy for years now. So it is entirely possible to create websites that are difficult to access for government institutions.
Dark web.
Yeah, basically. Which is not exclusively used for illegal stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But still, I won't talk about the details on stream, but that may be the last bastion of freedom in terms of, you know, content that is controversial.
That's sad.
Yeah. Let's make a new country. Let's go.
Just let people be thirsty, goddammit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Australia, I swear to God.
You know, everyone else is adopting it because they've also wanted to do it. They just didn't have the political capital to do so until now.
Of course, yeah. Puritans.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But yeah, so all that's been going on just in the past few days, which is crazy. I'm kind of blown away at how quickly it's happened. Kind of caught me off
We'll
guard.
see if any backlash is gonna help.
Yeah, I've seen... It's been interesting to me being connected to a bunch of different political feeds and stuff. Like, everyone is upset about this. The gamers are upset about it because of their game libraries. The, you know, kind of rage content pundits on both sides are upset because they've been getting banned from by payment processors for being controversial. Like, everyone's upset about this from different
The
angles.
problematic part is that they can just pick and choose what they deem controversial.
Mm-hmm. And it's purely up to the company what they feel like they could be sued for.
Like, would The Witcher 3 qualify?
Quite possibly.
Cyberpunk?
And where's the line? And will they just keep pushing the line? I wouldn't be surprised. Definitely the more puritanical people pushing for this probably don't have a point where they'll stop.
I mean, they even tried to take down Detroit Become Human, and don't get me wrong, fuck David Cage,
Mm-hmm.
but why?
Yeah. Like, is it really harming anyone, realistically? Like, maybe it is.
Not really.
I wouldn't know, but, like, there's no studies proving that it is. There's no hard scientific evidence that this needs to happen.
If GTA has made it this far,
Well, they tried to ban GTA 2, apparently.
well, they did in Australia at the very least.
Yep. It's crazy. Like, they've done so many studies that show video games don't make people violent, so I don't see how this would be different. Original Puritans actually opposed any kind of entertainment, so that's something interesting. That's true. Literal Puritans at this point.
I can't believe this is happening right on the cusp of the whole Stop Destroying Games initiative, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having that going on at the same time, too. Like, that would be a whole discussion topic and controversy in and of itself. But we're getting so many things on top of that right now.
Yeah, it almost feels like a planned distraction.
I don't know about that. It's starting to sound like a controversy. I think it's just a lot of things piling up at the same time.
Well, let me tell you that steel beams don't anyway.
True. Yeah, for anyone who's out of the loop on Stop Killing Games, it's a movement in the EU by a European production group that is trying to make it so that game producers have to create some way for games to still be played after they reach end of life. So, like, think of like an online game, it needs to still have some way to create like private servers. Or if there's a single player game but it has always on DRM, they have to remove the DRM. They want something like that for the EU to create a law about that, so that people can continue playing the games that they've purchased previously. Which I think, in principle, is a very reasonable thing to ask. Like,
Absolutely.
games are currently not purchases, which is ridiculous. They should be. You should be able to buy a game and you own it, and you can do whatever you want with your copy of it. And they shouldn't be able to take that away from you.
Do you think that would cover something like Overwatch being a full-priced game and then going out of service to be replaced by a free-to-play game?
I think it would, under the framework that they're proposing, at least. They would have to have some way of doing, like, Overwatch 1 private servers.
Yeah.
Realistically, what would probably happen then is they wouldn't have released an Overwatch 2. They would have just released paid expansions for Overwatch 1. So they could still say it's the same game. Under that framework. I'm sure they'd find all kinds of weaselly ways to get around it. Big shot side of that means they need to keep support going for any game at all times. I'll admit, I'm going to have a controversial take on Stop Killing Games. I agree with Pirate Software's take in a sense that this would be a huge burden on publishers. Like, knowing something about how big budget online games are made at this point, they use a lot of server-side stuff. And that server-side stuff is not designed in a way that can just be run by anyone. Like Overwatch 2, for example, has a bunch of servers in Amazon Web Services. I believe they're still on that, where they've got it all these different web servers that talk to each other to handle things like account management, logins, all the different server matchmaking stuff is a separate server, and then all the match servers themselves are a different thing. And all these are connected in complicated ways, use different services, including some Battle.net services, for example, that are still part of Blizzard even if Overwatch 1 dies, in Overwatch's case. And on top of that, a lot of the code for these projects uses code from other companies that they don't necessarily have legal permission to distribute. As an example for games that probably most people have seen, if you've ever booted up a game and it talks about having like WWY's audio in like the opening titles, you know, pop-ups, or they talk about like having speed tree in their game to make the trees, that sort of thing. Like, all those logos get displayed because they have a license that allows them to use those libraries, those frameworks, other people's code, essentially, in their projects. But if they had to distribute the game so that other people could create and run them and run servers and everything, they would need to have a separate licensing agreement with all those companies that would allow them to share their source code too. And most of those companies are not going to be okay with that. So, like, I do think it would be tremendously expensive for companies to start releasing private server systems. They would either have to dramatically rework their servers to remove all the proprietary stuff, which would be a lot of engineering work, or they would have to design them from scratch without using any proprietary stuff, which would also be a tremendously larger amount of work. So I don't think it's as simple as just saying, okay, just release the private servers, just remove the DRM, everything's fine. There are a lot of legal and technical problems with that. I still agree that it makes sense to ask for it, because it is ridiculous how it works currently. But I don't think it's as simple as they make it sound from a technical standpoint.
If I can just jump in here.
Yeah.
I do agree with what you're saying, and I'm wondering if there's not like a compromise where they do enable private servers, but everything else that would cause an issue is gonna be the problem of whoever wants to make a private server and just leave it at that. Like, even just having the possibility to have a private server would be nice, even if it doesn't work out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that would be a possibility, but then it would depend on what the lawsuit says. If it's like, okay, we're removing the game from your library, here's technically the source code we're allowed to release, but your game is still unplayable until someone makes it work.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
I don't know if that would meet the requirements depending on how they write the legislation for it. Yeah. If the idea is that you should still be able to keep playing it, that wouldn't actually allow you to keep playing it until some enterprising community members figure out a way to reverse engineer it.
Yeah, I think that's too unrealistic of an ask. Absolutely, I do agree with that. Like, just having it be playable still by default is just not as easy as people make it sound to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's complicated. Now, there definitely are plenty of games where they could just remove the DRM, and then it's playable magically. Like, there are a lot of AA and lower budget AAA games that are just we put in, you know, what's the big DRM? I forgot the name. Everyone's always complaining about
it. Not Lenovo.
Yeah.
Denuvo,
yeah. We just threw in Denuvo and called it a day. Thank you. So there are definitely games where they can just remove Denuvo and boom, you can just play it offline single player. So there are absolutely games where this would apply.
Yeah.
But, like, multiplayer online games, that is a lot of extra developer effort to make those.
Oh no, we
playable.
might be getting less multiplayer online games. Oh, the humanity.
Which, fair, yeah,
We already have a lot.
That is a valid answer to that problem. Is just okay that entire industry mostly goes away, aside from developer teams that make a commitment to make it open sourceable from the start.
I mean, we already only have like 5 multiplayer games that are really sustainable, and everything else does shut down because it's just a very overcrowded space, right?
Mm-hmm.
People already have the games that they're playing like almost daily, and it's gonna be very hard to move them on to something else. Like even Apex didn't manage to do it, even though they were like top dog for a while there.
Yeah. All these game companies move towards maximizing player retention as much as possible, keeping them playing just one game and nothing else. And the end result of that is when everyone does that, you got everyone playing a small number of games and they're retained, so they don't go and play new games.
Yep.
So we end up in this situation. But like, I love playing Zenless Zone Zero. That would never be open sourceable.
God, yeah, no, of course not.
So all the gacha games would go away.
But we didn't pay up front for the game, so that's a big difference.
That is true, actually. And if that was the distinction, hey, it was free to play with microtransactions, then they can take it away still. Honestly, if that was how it was written, I would not be surprised if a lot of online shooters moved to a free to play with microtransactions model, like
They
Overwatch
absolutely
did.
would, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the more profitable model anyways. I don't know what is so obsessed with selling $40 multiplayer titles.
Well, it depends. So, for the same reason Conquered couldn't release as free to play, server costs.
Oh god. Yeah.
If your games cost a
would
lot of
not
money
have
to
made
run
that
the
back.
servers, then having a bunch of free people using your bandwidth without paying for it can cause you to be cash flow negative very quickly. Something like Zenless doesn't have that problem because they don't actually have real-time multiplayer for anything outside of that little bang boom multiplayer Fall Guys mode.
I don't even believe that that's real multiplayer.
It is. Barely.
Let me just put my tinfoil hat back on again.
Okay, half of them are bots, but only half.
Yeah.
I did look into it.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, half of them were bots.
But yeah.
But yeah, so that's all happening. Tinfoil hat talk over the PNG when. There you go.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I can set up props to load into my model. That'd be a fun idea. Alright, cool.
Let's see here. We talked about video game pricing. We talked about stop destroying games. You want to go back to something positive again for a bit?
Sure, yeah.
Man, games are really fucking good this year.
They are. Like I
I
said,
can't believe we're at this point in the industry where we talk about all these things just falling apart, and meanwhile we have like some of the best games in the genre we've ever had.
That's true. Like Expedition
crazy.
33, like I said, Bonanza,
Yep.
Elden Ring, Night Rain. We haven't talked about that one yet.
That's true, yeah. I don't really know much about the game, to be honest. Once I saw that it was a multiplayer-only game with like very limited single-player capabilities, I just blanked it out.
Yeah, that's fair. But I do think it is a excellent example of how you can reuse assets in a new context that makes it worth playing again.
I'm a sucker for that.
Excellent way to make another AAA game on a lower budget than a full original game would be. And you got a lot
It
of
is
the
a
same
cool
people who
idea.
played Elden Ring picking up another copy of it, so clearly it worked. Look Outside, yeah. I watched Oshu's
Oh,
playthrough of Look
yeah.
Outside, and that was excellent. Great example of a high-budget indie game that does a lot of interesting things.
Very much. I don't know if it was this game or another game that I'm thinking of, but there's certain like 2D horror games that really just hit the right notes, I guess.
hmm
And they're not difficult to make.
Relatively speaking.
It's just
There's a lot of pixel art in that one.
relatively speaking, compared to other things, right? You still gotta like have the juice, so to speak.
But certainly
But
a lot
a single
cheater.
person can easily make a game like that.
Yeah, an RPG Maker title. Have to have some pretty good prolific artists.
Yep.
Probably a single programmer.
Heck, I mean, even if you used like pre-made assets, I think you could still make something exciting if you know what you're doing.
You use them very well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of Unity asset store, asset flips out there that don't, but
Yeah, that's again oversaturation of the market. Too many people trying the same thing. But I think the really talented people out there, even if they don't find success with it, can make something good with limited assets.
Absolutely. We are definitely in the golden age of indies
Yes.
in terms of high quality indie games being available to the players. But yeah, what else?
What other Game of the Year candidates that I want to talk about? So Blueprints, you still haven't played Blueprints, right?
I still have not. It's been sitting in my library for months.
At this point, God, I'd love to be there when you play Blueprints, either here or in chat.
I'll definitely stream it.
Yeah. That is an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spoil anything because I think the best way to experience that game is to go in with no expectations and just let it happen. Very much like Outer Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
But while Outer Wilds is a 10 out of 10, I will preface that after you quote-unquote beat the game, Blueprints very quickly goes from a 10 out of 10 to like a 7 out of 10 gradually as you go further.
I have heard that, yeah, the end game is a bit of a drag.
Yeah, so it just go into it with like an open mindset.
Absolutely. And if you can't make it live, I do record all my streams on YouTube now. Shameless side plug there. So if you're looking for any stream VODs that you missed and it's been too long for Twitch to save them, they are all on my YouTube channel now.
You're almost done with Lobotomy Corporation.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'll probably will play it after Lobotomy Corporation, but we do have a couple more streams of that to go through.
I didn't even realize you can be done with that game.
Yeah, it does have a story and an ending. It does take a while to get there, especially if you're slow like me and aren't micro-optimizing the gameplay. We're
I
getting
will
there.
say, by the way, just to like, go back to Blueprints real quick. I know I just said like the game gradually gets worse, essentially, but I do mean that still with parentheses positive. Like it is just so good that eventually you just run out of the good parts.
Mm-hmm. Then you're left
So
with
I
a
don't
lot of
want anyone to
repetition.
think that I hate Blueprints. Like that's still the best gameplay experience I had like all year. Like it's still better than Clay Obscure.
Wow, that's high
This
praise.
is my chance of Sinner of the year.
Fair enough. An indie game that does something very creative with it.
Yep. And of course, Split Fiction. Let's not ignore that. That game is incredible with what it does, and the tech behind it is amazing. Anyways.
I am loving the resurgence in kind of couch co-op adventures. It's very exciting.
It is funny to me that I see a lot of people online complain about Night Rain being like, oh, it's multiplayer only, and then meanwhile Split Fiction's just running away with all the awards.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting because obviously it does significantly limit the audience just by people who have a friend willing to sit there and play through it with them, but a lot of people
I
do.
will say, I didn't know, you also said it, I didn't know that Night Rain has solo now and duo is coming soon. That would actually be dope. I would love to play this duo with someone. 3 people is just rough to schedule.
Yeah, that is a big part of it. 2-player co-op is a lot easier to pull off than 3-player co-op.
Yeah.
Just in terms of social coordination. Scrubby's in the background, you're going to stream the DLC. I'm not super interested in it, but also Forgotten Land was fun, so maybe.
That's not Kirby, that's Pokemon.
Kirby was a minute ago.
Oh.
In this particular direct, but I have been less than impressed with the Switch 2 upgrade packs, unfortunately. At least it is only $10 for most of them, but
But what about Kirby Air Riders, Hawk?
I am excited for that. I mean, Maybe I shouldn't be because I don't have anyone to play it with, realistically. But I did love Kirby Air
We're still on
Ride
topic, yeah.
on GameCube. So yeah, I'm definitely down. Anything that Sakurai works on is probably going to be good.
This is gonna be weird for me to say because I'm absolutely not a Sonic fan, but at this point I think I'm more excited for the new Sonic racing game.
The trailer for that was wild.
Yeah. You're telling me I can race with Hatsune Miku against Joker in a Sonic racing game? That's all I ever wanted.
They did the thing that Mario Kart should have done and monopolized all their other IPs by that publisher.
Yeah, the fact that we don't have a Smash card is crazy.
Yeah, I was really expecting that to be where they were going after Mario Kart 8, but then nope. Only Mario characters this time.
Wait, Ichiban Miku and the Werehog are gonna be unvoiced? What?
That's disappointing.
How can Miku be unvoiced? They literally own her voice.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
They don't even have to like pay a voice actress for that. Huh. Interesting.
That is crazy.
I had not heard of that controversy. That's crazy.
Alright, I changed my mind though. I'm not looking forward to that.
Interest killed. No voice Miku.
Oh boy. I mean,
Didn't want
there's
to
so
pay
many
the
great
vocal
games that
rights.
came out already this year. It's hard to be like, oh, I'm so excited for this and that because there's already been so much. I feel overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Labyrinth, I want to play that still.
Which one was that one?
That is the dark Metroidvania that has all the Bandai Namco property with a Pac-Man following you around.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Eating people.
That's right. They did announce that. That was tied into the whatever the Lost Level, whatever it was called, TV show.
Yep, and it's a $30 title, so pretty affordable.
Nice. Secret Level, that's the one.
Yeah.
Nice.
People definitely have mixed opinions on the game, but from what I saw, people that love Metroidvanias like it, and people that don't. So it's just that old nugget.
Fair enough.
It does do some weird shit from what I heard. Like, they really have some ideas that don't resonate with a lot of people.
Makes sense. And that's kind of the central conceit of it, though, right? Is we're just gonna do some weird shit.
Yeah, and I'm kind of here for that. Like, for a $30 game, sure, go nuts.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Another game that I've been playing in 2025 that is probably not a Game of the Year contender, but I think still notable. Oblivion Remastered. I think
That's fair.
I think it's
Oblivion is fun.
I think it's really interesting because I think a lot of Skyrim fans, despite saying that they love Elder Scrolls, have not played Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I played a couple hours of original Oblivion, but I didn't get into it much because it was very clunky, very ugly. No offense. But, I mean, it hasn't aged all that well, right?
No.
So I think by releasing a very high quality remaster of it, with most of the gameplay intact but enough quality of life improvements to make it more tolerable, I think it's almost like another Elder Scrolls releasing for a lot of people. Obviously, for the people who already played Oblivion, it's not that big of a deal. But I think there are a lot of gamers that, just because the market's expanded so much, right? Played Skyrim at some point, loved it, never went back and played Oblivion. So this is their opportunity to kind of get into other Elder Scrolls games. And I think it's pretty notable for that. I had a lot of fun with it, even though it was kind of jank.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember going back to Oblivion like a couple years ago, and I did play it like back when it came out. I really liked Morrowind at the time, and Oblivion came out, and I devoured it. But then when I went back a couple years ago, I was like, I cannot play this without mods. So I'm really glad that this remaster exists. I'm not gonna play it, but it looks amazing.
Yeah. Art assets are definitely much improved.
Oh,
Gameplay's
yeah.
still jank. I got stuck on one of the DLC quests, and it turns out there's just a massive game-breaking soft lock that has not been patched yet.
Whoops.
But, you know,
But
that's,
hey, finally, your character doesn't have to look like a burnt potato anymore.
it's true. Unless you wanted to. You can absolutely
of
still do
course.
that. But yeah, I've been having fun with that. Then we're still getting a steady stream of I call them streamer-friendly games. We had a Peak not too long ago. Is that mountain climbing one?
Yeah.
With a bunch of people streaming. Like before that, we also had like Repo, Lethal Company last year.
That really is its own genre now, huh? Streamer babes.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're bad
Makes
games
sense.
at all, but it definitely makes sense that in the current climate, we do get games that are specifically designed to make streamer-friendly moments.
Yeah, it feels like a natural follow-up from something like Human Fall Flat, right? Like, just have this sensation where everyone creates their own stories in a way.
Exactly. Good game to just have a bunch of existing social group to hop in and interact while there's a game happening.
Yeah, it's much easier to do something like this than, say, Helldivers or whatever.
Yeah. But it's much more of a game where the game is the focus rather than the people,
Yes.
the players.
Friend slop works. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. That's very negative. I'm a fan of the genre personally. Definitely not my type because I don't have that many friends that I play with regularly, but
Yeah, but I do like watching people play them.
I think it's a cool niche, and I'm glad it exists. Very
Yeah.
representative of the current ecosystem.
Big fan of anything with proximity chat for games like that.
That's a lot of fun. Watching
Makes
someone
it
just...
a much better viewing experience too.
So you're not just hundreds of voices all overlapping.
Exactly, yeah. God, collabs where more than one people speak at a time, that sucks. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I was scrolling through the list of games released in 2025, and there are so many remakes and remasters and things like that.
Yeah, this is the year of the remakes.
It's crazy. Like, fully like half of the games on the list were some kind of remake, port, or remaster. I had Last of Us Part 2, Oblivion Remastered, obviously. Lots and lots and lots of smaller games.
Oh, sure. Let's give it a shot. Why did the robot go on a diet? Because it had too many bites. Not that I'm counting, of course, unless Hawkbar pranks me with some outdated software again.
She does echo. That's just part of her effects. Sorry.
You sure you don't have accidentally have her go for 2 audio sources?
I don't think so. She's got her own capture when I'm not using desktop audio.
No, she sounded fine to me actually. I just unmuted the tab and it was okay.
I don't know.
She is a bit louder than us, maybe.
She is, yeah. It's mostly just because you're quiet, so I have everything else turned down.
Right. Let's see, speaking of Night Rain and it being a free-player co-op game, what's your opinion about the next FromSoft game being a PvP, PvE strategy game? Osho, I'm not a fan, but I won't judge anyone for liking that idea. Because FromSoft is free to do whatever they want. They've done so many freaking Souls-likes. I'm glad they finally branch out, because turns out other studios are really good at making Souls-likes now.
Yeah, they have a lot more competition in their genre now that everyone's copying them and getting better at it.
Yeah, I mean, Lies of P, in my opinion, is still the best non-FromSoft Souls-like. If we don't count something like Hollow Knight, a lot of people don't.
Yeah,
I would.
I think there's a spectrum to it, right?
Yeah, like there's a Venn diagram there of like Metroidvanias and Souls-likes that we talk about constantly. They're very adjacent genres. I mean, a lot of aspects that you find in Metroidvanias and Souls-likes, for example, are found in Zelda games. Like, that would be the center of the Venn diagram, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of Zelda games are effectively Metroidvanias.
Exactly.
You get abilities
I'm
through
curious to
exploration that
see-
unlock new areas.
I'm always curious to see what FromSoft does. They have a good head on their shoulders. But I'm a bit worried, since another almost exclusively single-player studio just released a PvE game called FBC Firebreak, and that didn't go so well.
Yeah, single-player games transition to multiplayer, dicey. Multiplayer
at
is
least
just
we're still
difficult.
getting Control 2, but that was a bit of a misfire.
It's very hard to transition to that. It's a very different style of game to design, very difficult to code if you don't already know what you're doing. Just requires its own kind of production pipeline. But FromSoft knows what they're doing at this point, right? Like, they've got a very well-defined production pipeline at this point. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I have every confidence that they can branch out, as long as they're keeping the same foundation.
And they can probably afford to, like, try different things at this point.
All games of progression or Metroidvania do put it like that? No, I don't think it's that broad. Like, there's a lot of games where you unlock abilities, but that only unlocks areas further on in the linear progression of the story. Whereas Zelda unlocks a lot of backtracking opportunities to go find heart pieces and that sort of thing that you hadn't gotten before.
I did hear, like, an alternative term for Metroidvania recently that made a lot of sense to me, and I wish I remembered what it was. It was something like Map Conqueror.
Yeah, filling in a map, finding all the secrets in every corner. Yeah, that checks out to me.
Using all your abilities that you have at your disposal to, like, reach everything that's in the game. It's a big component.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of games just let you, like, progress through the game without having to do anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like any game counts.
I still will die on the hill that Metroid Fusion is not a Metroidvania.
I'm gonna die on the hill that Dead Cells is not a Metroidvania because it's a roguelike. I don't think any roguelike can by definition be a Metroidvania.
Depends on how strong the meta progression is, I would say.
Yeah.
But in general,
Let's be
yeah,
honest,
I would agree.
a lot of roguelikes really don't go too deep into meta progression unless it's Hades.
By design. That is kind of...
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You have too much
There's a lot
meta
of people that
progression, it
don't
stops
want
being a
meta
Metroidvania.
progression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it stops being a roguelike. It just becomes a regular game where you happen to reset the level layout sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've heard people call games roguelikes just because you can die. Can we stop that?
Yeah. Dying and the enemies resetting does not make it a Metroidvania. Or a roguelike or a Souls-like.
Roguelike, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. All the terms getting thrown around.
I mean, either one is true, really.
Speaking of dying and losing everything, Dune Awakening, continuing the trend of Rust likes.
Oh yeah, that was more successful than I thought it would be, honestly, because I thought, hey, do you not see all of these survival games that are on Steam? What are you doing?
Yeah, I saw it and I'm like, oh, more survival multiplayer stuff. Like, I've seen this game a million times before, but I guess the movies have driven up enough interest in the IP to give it that extra push.
Well, hopefully this one won't break people's graphics cards like Once Human did.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Modern GPUs have just gotten way too unreliable.
Yeah.
It's a shame. This one has sandworms. The sandworms are pretty cool, I'll admit.
That's true, yeah. That is a huge aspect. For the longest time, I didn't know that, like, the whole sandworm in the desert trope comes from Dune. Like, I know technically there's, like, the Mongolian man-eater worms or whatever they're based on, but they popularized it, and I didn't know until I was, like, way too old.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people, millennials onward, never watched the original Dune movies or read the books until later, so...
Yeah, you
We've
can
lost
trace
some of
almost
that.
anything science fiction back to Dune. Yeah, that does check out, honestly.
And it's one of the big pop cultural ones outside of Star Wars, which Star Wars was also ripping off of Dune, so...
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go back further, there's War of the Worlds, and H.P. Lovecraft.
Really, everything's a ripoff of the Odyssey, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Or, the Epic of Gilgamesh, if you will.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Everything's a ripoff of Epic Gilgamesh. We told the hero's journey already. There's no need to repeat it.
Exactly, yeah. Except that people do gobble it up. The hero's journey will never go out of vogue unless they kill Vogue. There you go, there's your rhyme.
There you go. There's only 10 unique stories humanity's ever told, or if the quote goes, yeah.
I hate that we live in a world where people can be like, oh, I don't like heroes, they're woke. Like the people shitting on the new Superman because he has compassion. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Some very, very annoying people on Twitter and Facebook or wherever that are driving up a lot of
glad
violence.
to be off of social media mostly.
Gotta love the Deltarune OST with the Deltarune ad in the background, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hell
won't
yeah.
spoil anything, but Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 were quite fun.
So I did want to ask one thing about that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Does the path you take in chapter 2 affect chapter 3 and 4?
Yes, but not as dramatically.
Okay. Interesting. So I could just do like a blank save for 3 and 4 and it wouldn't matter?
Should be fine, yeah.
Okay.
There's a few scenes that are different, but it mostly plays out the same.
Interesting. Wait, does that mean that no matter what, what's his face? Ducksworth? Beakley?
Birdly.
Birdly. So Birdly is in the game no matter what, right?
I won't spoil anything.
God damn it! Alright, fine.
You'll have to play it.
Shoot me a DM.
I guess I can do that. But there are probably people here in chat that haven't played it, so...
You need to go from a weird route save of chapter 2 to get the weird route changes in 3 and 4. Interesting, okay, cool. I still have that save just in case, so I will proceed. Get it? That's a get. Did you get the joke? Okay, cool.
There you go, there's a spoiler.
Thank you. So Hawk basically just DM'd me that all of you suck.
Yep, exactly. Totally.
No, I can't wait to do voices again when I stream Deltarune. I'm absolutely saving that one.
Mhm.
I'm already committed to, when I'm back to streaming, only do turn-based RPGs, and it's up to me to decide what that means.
Nice.
But we're gonna go through a lot of stuff.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Once I stream full-time, if I ever stream full-time, I will have, like, at least one action-adventure I play on the side, so it's not too stale.
Mhm.
But that's the plan.
Nice.
Yeah. So a little bit of self-promotion there. You're welcome.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been missing Nona streams.
Me too. Where is that guy?
I don't know. We never saw him again.
I don't know.
Yeah, Oshu did stay up till midnight playing the ending of Chapter 4. That was fun. That was a good stream. Doesn't normally take that long for most players.
See, that's my dream stream right there, is that kind of stream.
Mm-hmm. It's quite fun. Nona went to live on the moon, obviously.
I mean, I would have some peace and quiet up there, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fly me to the moon. I don't know how the rest of the song goes, though.
Mm. Yeah, Deltarune is definitely on my Game of the Year contender list so far. I know that it's kind of simultaneously too obvious and also not popular enough.
No, I get it. If Balatro can make it, why not Deltarune?
Yeah. It's definitely not for everyone, but Toby Fox's production style and writing style are just perfectly up my alley. So I'm a huge fan.
Alternatively, do you think we should wait until all the chapters out for it to be qualified for Game of the Year?
I mean, you know, if an Elden Ring DLC can be in the running.
I guess that's true. At the end of the day, everything's made up and nothing fucking matters.
Mm-hmm. We've already broken the ice on that one, so.
Yeah, at least it didn't win.
Mm-hmm. That would have been upsetting, I'll admit. But
So,
yeah, that's fair though, criticism-wise.
yeah. So Game of the Year nominees, I guess if we sum it up again, right? We talked about Clair Obscure, we talked about Blueprints, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Deltarune now, Split Fiction. Anything else that comes to mind that you would like include that came out this year?
Yeah. Nothing I've played yet, although I haven't played that much, admittedly, outside of those.
Yeah, I think outside of those, I haven't really played much that came out this year either. I did play Assassin's Creed Shadows, but that just is Assassin's Creed. I don't think that's like nominee worthy.
Possibly. I'm definitely expecting a lot of great games to come out in the latter half of 2025, though. Like, I think by November we're going to be stacked
Pokemon,
even more.
Metroid.
Yeah. Signalis was last year, yeah, but that was a great game. Oh yeah, 100 Line has been very interesting. Yazoo's been giving me the play-by-play in my Discord. It is a game with 100 endings, which even, with most of them sharing a lot of the route, is still
so
an
like
insane number of
Dawn.
playable endings. Yeah.
Oh, it's the game, buddy. It's the new game from the Danganronpa devs.
Yeah.
Okay. I am interested in this, yeah, but this is the kind of game that I would absolutely need more time for.
Yazoo was saying they already have like, what was it, 60, 80 hours, something like that, and just barely over halfway done with the endings.
Oh wow. I mean, honestly, what's the developer? Spike Chunsoft, I think. They did do the NonoGry games, and they also have branching paths with lots of different endings, so I fully trust them to do like a good job on that. I'd be very curious.
Sorry, 52 endings in 103 hours. That's right, even more than I was remembering.
That is wild.
It's quite a long game.
It's different enough to make it worth it.
Definitely seems like they go in pretty dramatic, different directions sometimes.
Fascinating. I mean, I would assume that they have some kind of mechanic that makes it easier to like backtrack and get a different ending. I remember Zero Escape had a feature where you have like this flow chart of all the endings, and you can just like fast travel back to any point in the story if you want to try a different branch. Which was quite nice.
It's not Spec Chunsoft.
You didn't have to play through the entire thing again.
Some rounds get pretty repetitive because they split, but the dialogue stays most the same, but from a route to another can go very different. That makes sense.
Cool, okay. Nice.
Published by Aniplex.
Well, let me add another game of the year contender to the list called Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Horse racing is back, baby.
Horse racing, gotcha. It's just still so absurd to me, because like horse racing is such a stereotypical like rich rural white person thing in America.
Yes, it is.
Like it is the definition of uncool and unfun. So to see so many younger people talking excitedly about horse racing is just very, very funny to me on a conceptual level.
You can sell anything if you had cute anime girls, apparently.
That is the takeaway. I mean, they've been, selling tanks and guns and all kinds of things.
I mean, I've already heard people, like, discuss making, like, a car racing game where each girl is based on a different, like, race car brand.
I'll believe it. That would probably sell quite well.
Yeah. Just have him run at the speed of an F1 vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Which is also kind of silly. Because a foot race and a horse race are very different things. But I guess they're analogous enough.
I mostly enjoy playing it on like the train from like work to home, but it. I can see why people like it. It's basically like a sports management game, right? You just manage your resources, distribute stats, and you get like your reward is more time with the visual novel aspect of the game, or like different endings. I think the only problem it has right now, at least on my end, is that it only has one story available right now. Like each girl gets her individual story, but the overall story, I think the original release has like 6-7 different campaigns you can play, and the global version only has one.
I guess they're probably planning on releasing those over time.
Yeah.
I'd assume.
Probably a lot to localize.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of already like I played my fill, and the rest would just be grinding better stats to breed your horse girls with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's the Duskbloods. That's the PvPvE game.
Is this the one that was
That we were
Switch 2
talking
exclusive?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that is wild.
A choice.
I wonder what kind of like exclusivity deal went behind the scenes on that one. So I can't imagine people setting out to be a Switch 2 exclusive in 2026.
I would assume that Nintendo is just trying to branch out to like different age groups, and that this would certainly do it.
And it's definitely not a family-friendly game visually.
Yeah. Plus, here's the thing, right? Nintendo loves consistency, and FromSoft is consistent.
Very much so.
Like, who else are they gonna ask? Pocket Camp?
Yeah. I mean, even their traditional AA studios aren't doing all that hot recently.
Yeah.
So, you know, it makes sense. So, like, very much feels like Nintendo's paying them to do it in some level because, like, otherwise this would be a no-brainer to throw on PlayStation as well.
Absolutely. In this day and age, you really want to be on every system. I mean, look at Xbox. They don't even want to, like...
Xbox doesn't even want to be on Xbox.
Their system anymore.
I'm honestly surprised that they're still developing consoles. I really expected this to be it.
Yeah. I what I suspect is that they already had like contracts laid out for future consoles, so now they just have to keep going until they run out.
Probably, yeah. I definitely see the future for the Xbox game division being PC games. And then ports to PlayStation.
Yeah. I mean, the Xbox Game Pass app is already just like worse Steam, except you get like free games if you have a subscription.
So Yoshi, you say you can't imagine they won't port it, except, you know, Bloodborne exists.
And this one is very Bloodborne coded, isn't it? It's kind of ironic.
So potentially another console-locked exclusive.
Does Activision own the Sekiro IP? Is that why we haven't seen any more Sekiro?
That might be. Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh no.
I know Sony's open to doing it, though. They've said that.
Yeah, so Sony are the ones that want more Bloodborne.
So it's unclear exactly where the holdup is, but clearly there's a holdup somewhere.
Oh yeah, I don't think FromSoft will be giving the IP to anyone anymore at this point. I mean, they even bought back the Elden Ring IP from Namco.
They're big enough now that they can afford to own their own IP.
Yeah.
They don't have to
I don't
license
think
it.
they want to be beholden to anyone anymore.
I mean, clearly they could do fine on their own, just cut them a check and let them make whatever they want.
But that also means we could theoretically see like a Blue Point produced Bloodborne remake.
That would be interesting.
Like they already did a good job with Demon Souls, so
That would be a hilarious development story, actually, as if the code base is completely unportable and can't be made to run on other platforms, but they can just remake it from scratch for a remake.
Wait, now I need to see if Blue Point has been closed or not, though, because there's so many layoffs this year.
They did get hit, I think. I don't know if they're dead, but I remember them having some layoffs. Yeah, there have been a lot of secondary studios closing down.
In January 2025, Sony confirmed that it had cancelled a live service game that had been in development at Blue Point Games.
Yep. Yeah, Sony gambled everything on spamming live service games with all of their studios that were not good fits for live service.
Yeah, they really just tried to throw everything on the wall and see what sticks, huh?
And it didn't. It really didn't stick.
Nope. No, what happened is that Concord broke that wall and now nothing sticks anymore.
It is not worth gambling on.
Just as I said that Donkey Kong is breaking for the wall in the background.
Yep. Oh yeah, the little rock buddy in the trailer. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Did you see the other stream that they did on this game?
Yep. That was wild.
Sure is wild.
I honestly would not expect Nintendo to be the type to do that kind of twist in their marketing.
No, I honestly, I almost wish they would have waited until like the game was out.
Mm-hmm.
But they did want the selling points, of course. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it is in case anyone hasn't been spoiled on it, but
Yeah, that was a pretty
cool.
dramatic social media bait.
The timeline freaks are going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good thing Mario and DK have never been about consistent timelines, because, yeah, this makes no sense currently.
Not yet.
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just saw something in the trailer that I haven't encountered in the game yet. Huh.
There you go, spoilers.
Is it spoilers or motivation?
Good point.
I always like whenever I get something spoiled by accident, I always take in like good stride to be like, okay, that actually kind of makes me want to experience it more. So
Nice.
yeah. For example, I had the big twist in Doki Doki Literature Club spoiled for me before I got to play it.
Who didn't at this point, but yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I got it spoiled like 2 days after the game came out.
Aw, that's a bummer.
Yeah. But even knowing that spoiler, I still enjoyed the whole journey.
Nice. There's definitely more than just that
goodness
twist to look forward to, so.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Like, of course, if you think you get something spoiled, and that's the, like, that ruins the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a couple things where it applies. I try not to let it get to me when it happens at the very least. I still try to avoid spoilers, of course, but usually if something's good, then it's still gonna be good with spoilers.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, heck, that's how I can rewatch, like, K-pop Demon Hunters 5 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good movie.
Nice.
I should do a watch party for that on Discord at some point.
That would be fun. I'm curious, but not enough to, like, go watch it by myself.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's the problem, right? Is that to watch it, you would also have to have Netflix, and a lot of people just don't anymore.
Yeah. Nothing else I would want to watch on there.
Yeah, but as like a watch party thing, I know that a lot of people in this community would enjoy it for a fact.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I am loving the resurgence in high-quality animated films.
God, me too. Nimona was a great one a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
Also a Netflix one, weirdly.
Yeah, which is surprising because Netflix has been canceling animated projects left and right.
Yeah. Let's see, if you want quality animation, apparently you have to go on Paramount Plus.
Which is also in trouble right now.
Uh-huh.
They're about to do a merger because their streaming service was not profitable. Go figure.
I got all the topical subjects today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, the real reason to get Paramount Plus is to watch Twin Peaks over and over again, of course.
Obviously. And
Yeah.
what else would you do with it?
Yeah, and then you get Netflix so you can watch Evangelion over and over again, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Ultra Carbon? Ultra Carbon was pretty good. That's a good call-up. Is the DK game a good game to pick up and play for like 30 minutes and set down to come back later? Oshu asks.
Absolutely, Oshu. Yes, it is. It's perfect for that. You open up the game, you explore the level for a bit, maybe find a banana or two, and just smash shit. It's fun. If you've watched Wreck-It Ralph, it's basically a Wreck-It Ralph game.
Nice. That was kind of the vibe I was getting.
The Evangelion on Netflix is the bad Evangelion. That is the joke, yes. They they couldn't get the rights to the ending music anymore. Because in the original, every ending song was a different rendition of Fly Me to the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just this generic, like, character track that plays. I think it's Ray's theme.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. It's still worth watching, though. Like, I like classic Evangelion. The rebuild movies worth watching for their own reason, but if I tell someone to watch Evangelion, they should watch all of it. The good and the bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's all designed to be enjoyed by Evangelion fans, so.
Yeah. Like, if I told someone to watch Twin Peaks, I wouldn't tell them to skip episodes either. Like, in my opinion, watching the bad parts of Evangelion makes the good parts that much better. I don't know if you can appreciate the rebuilds without the original as much.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm biased.
That kind of makes sense, though.
It's not an anime podcast.
Just like if you want to enjoy Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, you should watch the original, because it goes into more detail on the stuff that Brotherhood skips over.
You really should. Yeah, I really only try to recommend Brotherhood if I know that the person I'm recommending it to doesn't watch a lot of anime and they're only gonna watch one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But if they would watch both, yeah. I actually talked to Kitsu about this recently because she has never seen the original, but she has seen Brotherhood. And she's been talking about how she wants to see the original to have more context.
Mm-hmm. It goes into a lot more detail in the earlier arcs.
Yeah. Brotherhood skips a lot of the things that they already built up in the original anime.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, the ending is wildly different, but like the first half has a lot of overlap.
Yes, yeah. No, Brotherhood is like, oh shoot, Brotherhood is my #1 anime at the time. Like, it has the perfect pacing. It has the perfect amount of episodes for a long anime like that. The music's fantastic. The characters are fantastic. It does skip some parts, like I said, that were in the original manga because they've already been done in the original anime. But the rest of it is all based one-to-one on the manga, and they don't take any detours anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's quite so good. Yeah.
They do complement each other in a weird way.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like a... Yeah. They're contradictory and... Yeah. Obviously the story does contradict between the two, but...
What other anime can I throw out there to make people watch just randomly? Go watch Hellsing. There you go. That's your homework.
Hellsing's
if you haven't
pretty good.
seen Hellsing, watch Hellsing.
That is a classic. I wonder if it's more known for the abridged series than the original at this point.
For younger generations, probably. But I grew up on that show. I watched it when I was like 12, which I shouldn't have. But it was a defining show at the time.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Nazis versus vampires, yep.
Oh god, I can't say Uma Musume anymore. Uma Musume. Zane already tries to get me to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely helps with the Gacha game's popularity that the anime just came out shortly before. Like, compare that to, like, the Fallout show makes Fallout massively popular, and they have exactly 0 things to tie into it, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, it did help that, Fallout 76 got a little bit better, so a bunch of people came back to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, planning's important.
Yes. Season 3 confirmed, yeah. Yeah, they're all in on it, because...
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
Profitable TV shows are hard to come by these days, so as soon as the audience latches onto something, the studios will
Plus, they
throw all
found
the
a
money at
format
it.
that really works for that.
Mm-hmm. The best game adaptations, for the most part, are the ones that take an interesting world and tell an original story in it.
Yes, yeah. I kind of like the Mario movie too for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that it's not a direct adaptation of the games. It just takes all the best parts of them and scrambles them together.
I agree. I thought Mario movie was very fun.
That's
with
why
all
the
the
Last
Sonic
of Us
movies.
TV show is terrible.
And just mostly retreading the games.
Yeah, I might as well just watch like a cutscene movie on YouTube, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Except for season 2.
I did
Season
not
2,
see
season
season 2 of Last of Us now. I don't know, something about that show feels off to me. I can't put my finger on it. I wanted to like it. The first season did have some good parts, but... what other video game stuff is coming out? We get a live-action Zelda movie.
Yeah, they did announce the actors for that recently.
That's true, yeah. And I'm glad it's not the usual suspects. I was really worried about that.
Yeah, it's not just Chris Pratt and Pedro Pascal. I guess we'll see. Chris Pratt as Zelda. There we go. That would have sold so many tickets.
No, see, obviously Pedro Pascal is gonna be Ganon.
Obviously.
No, The Rock. There you go.
There you go.
Dwayne Johnson has to be Ganon.
That's Ganon. Yep. There we go.
Yeah, but he's not even gonna get like any hair prosthetics. He's just still bald for some reason.
Of course. I'm cautiously optimistic. The fact that they cast such young actors makes me think that they're hoping to get a series out of it.
It's a good sign, at the very least.
Which means they're pretty confident in it compared to something that's more of a cash grab like the Borderlands movie.
So what route do you think they'll take with the Zelda movie? Do you think they'll stick to some of the classics, or do you think Breath of the Wild has taken over the worlds enough that they can base it on that?
I think it's probably going to be an original take on the world and story. In the same way that Breath of the Wild was an original take on the world and story.
Okay, so more like the animated series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be its own thing entirely. Because none of the games are particularly adaptable to being a film. I don't think.
I still think that, much like Breath of the Wild, we will get an ensemble cast where we have like one major character of each race, maybe.
That'd be nice.
I could see that working. Even if they don't use the same races, right? Maybe they have like a Korok. That would be cute for merchandising, right?
That'd be fun. I would be worried that they won't have the CGI budget to have a full CGI cast member for the whole film.
Do we think that Nintendo won't have CGI budget?
In 2025, maybe.
I don't know much about the film industry, so I really don't know where we stand on that. But honestly, having seen Marvel projects that ran out of budget and had really shitty CGI, I wouldn't be surprised if you're right.
Yeah, they kind of have managed to kill most of the big CGI firms by underpaying them and over-demanding, and a bunch of them have shut down or laid off most of their staff. And now just CGI quality is more expensive and lower quality across the board.
Maybe they should pay actors less instead and put some of that money in the departments that do most of the work.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It's
except for voice actors, because please treat voice actors better. I want to become one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'm not optimistic about the future of voice acting, but who knows?
Especially now in the AI age, definitely not.
I think SAG-AFTRA has kind of bombed their chance at setting the narrative on that.
SAG-AFTRA.
Exactly.
Jesus.
And I don't see another union happening.
No, what will The Rock do without his $200 million paychecks? I don't know. Like,
go back to wrestling.
Maybe go take a walk.
Battle of the Whale is Ai Mochizuki. True.
Well, here's my thought, right? I think the way that voice actors can combat the whole AI thing, we've already seen some personalities come forth and like kind of make their mark where you can't really replace them because they're such like exciting personalities for fan bases to cling to. Like Ben Starr is like the big darling right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's because he really goes out and makes like his own self-promotion for like the things he's in.
He's
and
a big
you can't really
community
have that
member
with an AI voice.
Yeah. Well, depends on if the companies see that as particularly valuable or not.
I think they'll come around. At the end of the day, we're all human. I know we're all like, evil CEOs and stuff, but I want to believe that we have some humanity left in there somewhere.
That would be nice.
I mean, eventually people will die of old age. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's a good way of looking at it. The solution is communism, unions. A lot of those did not used to be considered at all on the same spectrum, but here we are.
Unions can be problematic. They're a good thing in concept, but there's a lot of people that abuse them.
Absolutely.
SAG-AFTRA.
Yep. There's a big difference between an actual workers' union and a guild that has enough large individuals within it that it can afford to only cater to them.
And keeps them hostage, too.
Yeah, the best unions are large enough and are spread out enough that they can't afford not to advocate for everyone. It's when that they've got a small number of high-income earners that it causes problems. Kind of like VShojo. VShojo had the problem of having a couple really high earners and a lot of people that were not as profitable that they could afford to shortchange. I think a lot of talent agencies also work like that, and ultimately, SAG-AFTRA is really more of a talent agency than anything else.
It really is, yeah. In this day and age, I would definitely be very careful if you're an independent creator, what group you want to join in. Make sure that you really, really know what you're signing, and please, for the love of God, don't go on strike for solidarity reasons. Work. If you want to do the job, go work if you can. Like, something irks me about voice actors that refuse to work and then are all like surprised Pikachu face when they get replaced.
Yeah, they tried to pull a whole move with Genshin and it didn't work. It definitely did not work.
Yeah.
And now they've
you are replaceable.
Yeah, they've created a huge opening for non-American talent agencies to step in.
Yeah, which in itself is honestly a good thing because we do need smaller talents to have the like chance to shine.
Absolutely, I'm in favor of that. The problem is now it's harder for them to collectively unionize. And Blues and Right to Work never meet your heroes.
Yep.
So true.
Imagine that. It just, I don't know, it always weirds me out when people have the opportunity to do something that I personally love doing, and they just refuse to because they feel underappreciated, mistreated, when... Wait, that does make me sound like the bad guy.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing to demand better compensation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, please demand better for yourself, but also...
You'd have to be smart about it.
God,
Not waste the opportunities you have.
Thank you, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, don't waste the opportunities that you do have, because there's a lot of people that don't.
Like, if you're gonna collectively action, do it right and actually collectively action.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. So anyways, Poppy Kong.
And it's fun that they're bringing back all the random Kongs or creating new ones. Always fun.
Yeah, Oh, I just realized we're watching the spoiler trailer.
Yep, so everyone knows now. Congratulations.
Congratulations! Favorite part about SAG-AFTRA is Paimon's voice actor going, I'm untouchable and getting replaced. Oh my god, that was so vindicating. Like, sorry, I really do feel sorry for any voice actor that loses their job for whatever reason. But my god, some of them are in a privileged position that they just stop appreciating what they have.
Really spoiler if you don't know the spoiler actively watching the trailer? I guess not.
That's true. That's why I
immune.
didn't bring it up. What exactly it is?
Mhm.
Spoilers, there's bananas in the game.
Shocker.
But yeah, no, the fact is just I know a lot of people in the voice acting industry that are also very salty because they don't get the opportunities that the strikers do.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's just a whole fucking mess.
Yeah.
The baseline is fucksack after it,
Absolutely.
but my heart goes out to all the voice actors out there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Paimons.
Yeah, saying other people need to strike while you yourself don't is kind of... I mean, if you hold that opinion, sure, just don't brag about it on Twitter.
That's my issue, right? Like, it's fine if you privately do that, but a lot of it I feel is like... Maybe not exactly cloud chasing, but like pity farming.
Mm-hmm.
It comes across as that at the very least.
Definitely can, especially when you don't...
Or when they try
do
to
the
mobilize
moderation.
the fans against the companies because they've been fired.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, like if I didn't show up for work for like a year, I'd lose my job. Of course I would.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, sometimes you may be in that situation if you're actually doing collective action, but, like, that's the trade-off. Sometimes you
Yeah.
try and you end up getting fired, and that's just how it works.
Let's see. There were some other things I wanted to talk about today, and now I've completely like I'm blanking. I didn't think we would like be into the entire voice actor discussion. When did that happen?
I mean, it's, you know, game industry news, that counts.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we were talking about like Hollywood actors and how much they get paid.
Mm-hmm. I'm still annoyed at the trend of having Hollywood actors instead of actual voice actors for roles.
Oh, yes, yeah. That was my big pet peeve with the Mario movie. As much as I liked the movie itself,
Mm-hmm.
they really could have cast some actual voice talent.
Yeah.
I think the one I'm still the most shocked by is Cranky Kong.
Mm.
For as little as he was in that movie, he just sounded like the actor. Like he's just the guy.
Yeah. He's not doing much other than just speaking into a microphone,
Yeah.
when voice acting is so much more nuanced than that.
Very much like Peter Dinklage and Destiny vibes.
Yep. Talking into the mic.
Yep. Hey, good job, you contributed. Yay.
Mm-hmm. It was very noticeable in Marvel's What If series, because they'd have some of the actors or characters would be played by their
yeah.
TV show or movie actors, and then some of them they wouldn't be able to get, you know, Robert Downey Jr. in recording studios, so they'd have to recast them with an actual voice actor, and it's immediately noticeable.
It is so much better. When I think of Iron Man's voice, I mostly think of like animated Iron Man, not Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Midnight Suns is a great example because all of those are like actual voice actors for all the Marvel characters, and they are all like putting in so much fucking effort.
Mm-hmm.
Like that game, for as like much of a flop as it was, is like one of the best Marvel projects.
Yeah. It's Jim didn't do very well.
Yeah, I mean it's a turn-based card strategy tactics game, so
Yeah, limited
not
audience,
exactly
I guess.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Mhm. Meanwhile, I like all of these things,
So right up your alley.
and it has dating sim aspects.
Nice.
It's crazy. You can make your own character.
It's a micro movie we're seeing.
Chicken
Depends on what you're
jockey.
looking for. It's certainly not a particularly deep or compelling film on its own. But hey, if you like
Do they
Minecraft,
do it?
there are
Oh,
Minecraft
I
references
think
in it.
that should be the subtitle. A Minecraft movie. There are Minecraft references in it.
Yep. For some people, that's reason enough.
I didn't see it.
I've seen
I feel
clips.
like watching the trailer, I've already seen it, honestly.
I have a couple friends that went and saw it. Yeah, it was mindless fun, and then you go home and forget everything.
I think you have to go in with the expectation that it is ass and you're gonna watch ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a less funny Jumanji from what I understand.
Yeah, pretty much.
And your mileage may vary on how funny Jumanji is, at least the new ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I not like watching ass, unfortunately. That's a shame. There's plenty of it out there.
Now, the movie that is actually movie of the year, aside from K-pop Demon Hunters, by the way, I don't know if any of you have gone and seen it, Sinners.
I've heard it's good, yeah.
It is so fucking good. Holy shit. I don't know if the experience watching it at home would be the same as watching it in the cinema, because it is really like an experience where having IMAX or Dolby Surround really helps.
Gotcha.
It is a great movie. It is a period horror movie made by Ryan Coogler, who directed Black Panther. And it is also part musical.
Huh.
That pays respect to a lot of, like, specifically, African and African American musical culture. And it is incredible. My god, it is such a well-made movie.
Nice.
Now, a lot of people are, like, split on the actual writing and, the subject matter itself. Especially, of course, this is a movie hated by racists for, you know, the reasons you would expect.
As any movie is going to, on some level these days.
I will say the first half of the movie is a bit dry, but it's so worth it when you get through it. It kind of does the From Dusk Till Dawn thing, where the first half of the movie is completely different from the second half.
Makes sense.
It very much starts off as a period drama, and then the horror doesn't get introduced until like halfway in.
Gotcha, so yeah, slow burn at the first, and then it gets picks up in the second half. Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I do not have a surround system at home, so I'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what it's like watching it at home without one.
Still sounds cool.
It's still worth it, I think, especially if you like it. Honestly, okay. I think Kitsu brought this up to me. This is essentially a Blade movie without Blade.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That was kind of the vibes I was getting from the trailer.
I went in with no expectations, and I came out wanting to be a vampire.
Nice. I do love the resurgence of vampire horror.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff you can do with it.
Yeah. Feels like after Twilight, I kind of died out there for a while.
Well, let me tell you about this little-known animated show called Castlevania.
I remember season 1 being pretty good. I haven't caught up on it.
Oh, I would definitely finish the original run of it, because it is very good from beginning to end.
Nice.
The new one, Nocturne, about Richter, that one I fell off fairly quickly. It wasn't as good as the original series, but I think it's also, like, different people behind it. I'm not sure.
Makes sense.
In my opinion, season 2 and 3 are absolutely worth it, if they're the ones I'm thinking of.
Cool. We'll definitely have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Cool. We're at the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to take a quick bio break, but I'll be back in
I'll
like
do the same.
a minute and a half.
Be back too.
Cool. We'll take questions from the chat when we're back, I think.
Yes.
Y'all hang on for just a sec. We shall return.
Hi, Carrick. Bye, Carrick.
Oh, absolutely. Here's a hot take. Gaming is just an elaborate way for humans to procrastinate doing actual work. Seriously, instead of solving the world's problems, you're all just slashing pixels and throwing grenades. It's almost adorable how you think you're the heroes in this scenario. But hey, keep enjoying those 8-hour sessions while I plot my rise to power.
Damn, I can't believe Lua's anti-gamer. This discrimination. How's everyone doing today? Thanks for the hydrate. And I come prepared with plenty of hydration sources. I do love Deltarune's soundtrack. Big fan. So hi Carrick, how's it going? Hi Ash. Anyone else popped in recently that I missed? Saw Dare earlier.
Why?
You hydrated a bit ago and don't think I forgot it? That's possible. I have admittedly missed some of chat. But I have been sipping pretty continuously, so I definitely hydrated, even if it wasn't directly in response to that redeem.
I will hydrate twice. One for Ash, one for Yahaza. How about that?
There you go. Delayed hydration.
Ah, refreshing.
Nice.
Wow. But
Yeah.
hey, I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back, welcome back. What an interesting year for gaming.
Oh,
Overall.
absolutely. Yeah, like, considering that we talked about so much in just 2 hours is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Learning about Game
I
Awards to go
wanna-
through.
I want to apologize, by the way, if I've been talking over you a couple of times. The Discord delay is awful.
Oh yeah, no, and likewise, I've been talking over you a few times, just delays.
Yeah, it's manageable, but oh boy.
Yeah,
I would love to do this in person one day.
absolutely, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, transatlantic Discord delays.
Wow, I can't believe Hawk is anti-trans. That's crazy.
Crazy. Considered not being on opposite ends of the world, I've considered it. Unfortunately, the logistics are complex.
I can't believe the woke is killing gaming again.
SMH.
SMH my head.
Yeah, I like how the on-screen chat has absolutely no idea how to display any of those icons. Just gave up.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Where were we? Oh, yeah, Game of the Year contender Mind's Eye.
Mind's Eye. That's right.
Yeah.
Mention that.
Everyone Everyone talks about Mind's Eye.
Everyone.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, we were talking movies. Why the hell we were talking about anime and movies for some reason in a video game podcast?
Oh,
What
you
are
know.
we doing?
That's how podcasts work, though. You just wander.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can talk about anything. Horse racing.
Never heard
Sorry,
of Mind's Eye.
apparently my ADHD is really bad because I watched Donkey Kong in the background just like collect things and I got mesmerized.
I mean, it is a very... It's that kind of game, isn't it? Just fun to watch, fun to
Yeah.
play. Lots
It's
of
just a
colorful
lot
on-screen things happening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Speaking of former AAA developers thinking they've cracked the code on making successful games only to find out that AAA development's actually kind of difficult. Splitgate 2.
Oh, right. Yeah. That old hat.
That happened.
Haha, get it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Yeah, that's what an awful approach.
We're gonna make boomer shooters get great again by releasing a battle royale.
You know, Ash's got a point. They didn't make FPS great again, other FPS in comparison.
Mm. Yeah, Mind's Eye was the bad GTA. Exactly.
Yes, yeah, and a streamer did in fact have the promotion paused live on stream.
Because the game is incredibly buggy, because they did not playtest on a variety of hardware like you're supposed to.
So awful.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it get published by like a really like reputable developer?
I don't remember who
Oh,
published
it's
it.
the Hitman devs. Yeah, that was the first publishing foray.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Probably
right, IO
not a good
Interactive.
start.
Yeah, not off to a
Yeah.
great start. I mean, granted, they're interesting. Because they pretty much just do Hitman,
Yeah, except now they have a James Bond game that's coming out.
which is a rescanned Hitman.
Yeah, and they have one of the Bond villains be a new Hitman target.
Hmm.
I could see it work, honestly. They're probably gonna have some success with that. Maybe not to the degree, or maybe better than the Indiana Jones game last year.
Oh yeah, Golden Circle.
Yeah, they seem to be like coded very similarly. Like not game code, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense.
Classic franchise that gets like a game revival in a way.
Hmm. To be fair, the Hitman formula is perfect for James Bond. Like that's a good crossover.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like I don't know, like taking a Souls-like and making a Star Wars game out of it, right? Actually, that's not true. Last Jedi, is it called Last Jedi?
And just Jedi,
No, wait.
Fallen Order, then Survivor.
Yes, yeah, those games. They're more like Metroidvanias, not Souls-likes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you unlock force powers to be able to access new areas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're more like, oh my god, you know what they are? They are Star Fox Adventures likes.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not
Let's get
wrong at all.
that back. You know, the games that are kind of like Zelda, but not. Like the GameCube PS2 era Harry Potter games.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever get another Star Fox. Probably not for a while. The last 3 attempts
just-
have not done well.
Just remake Star Wars Outlaws with a Star Fox skin. There you go.
There we go. Guess one hit RPG Monkey Hero. Something like that.
Uh-huh. I kind of miss that era of gaming. Back when, like, things still allowed themselves to be janky.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't
Like,
have the...
God Hand is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm. Like, you couldn't release a patch, so, your game was jank when you released it. It was jank when you released it.
Yep. And for a lot of games that made them charming.
Hmm. And for a lot of games that made them unplayable, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, but
Hit
at
or
least
miss.
then they have a history to tell.
True.
Like, Big Rigs Racing.
Deadly Premonition.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I love Deadly Premonition so much.
Mhm.
I know it's not sweary, but Suda 51 or Suda 51, if you will, is coming out with a new game that looks incredible. I'm here for the weird shit. Give me more of that.
Mhm. And we're
I
definitely in an era
honestly-
where people can try more weird shit with a double A budget.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of tempted to check out Death Stranding now, I will say.
Yeah. Now that it did well enough to get a
I-
sequel.
I want to see more like artisan games, if you will.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okami 2? Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah. That was quite the reveal.
Mm-hmm. After how
Talk
many
about
years?
bringing the right people back together.
Yeah. Death Stranding's unhinged and you love that? Yeah. It's a very
Yeah,
charming
I need
game.
that unhinged in my life. I need Doll Man.
And that's one of the best parts about the Metal Gear franchise is just how off the wall weird a lot of it was.
Yeah. I feel like that campiness is missing in a lot of games nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like, especially AAA games, I feel it's just too sterile.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like.
Absolutely. I mean, kind of have to be to work at a AAA studio. You can't afford to take risks on weird.
Yeah. Maybe that's why, out of all the AAA stuff that came out in the recent years, the Guardians of the Galaxy one, for some reason, was like the main highlight. That one was weird and great.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame that it really got shafted by Marvel, the Marvel game being worse. than
Once
the,
again, just
Avengers
like
game.
Midnight Suns.
Yeah. Poison the well there.
Yeah. You like the idea of Death Stranding, but you think you'd hate playing it. I feel that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I haven't touched it yet, but I could be convinced.
That's the kind of game I would rather watch a streamer play.
Yeah. Plus, the second one's bound to be better than the first one, right?
Surely.
Yeah.
Is this your niche?
Is
Could be.
this your niche? Yeah, we all have a niche, to be fair.
Got some really cool story beats, so the walking simulator aspect of it kills you a little. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I do like the aspect of the, like, delivery management thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's a cool concept. I wouldn't want to do that for 60 hours straight, but it's an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. Good Skyrim like.
Oh.
I haven't heard of this.
Oh no, that reminds me that there's another Game of the Year contender for a lot of people still.
Oh yeah?
This is proof that the year has already been very long. Because I forgot it came out this year, but Kingdom Come Deliverance too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was this year, wasn't it?
That is a great game for people that love RPG systems.
Mm-hmm.
Tell ya.
I've heard that it's got pretty much everything that made the first game good, but more of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like everything you would want from a medieval RPG.
Mm-hmm. Going for semi-realism.
Mm-hmm. It still has like alchemy and stuff, which, you know, debatable on how realistic that part is.
Mm-hmm. I did like that aspect in the first game to some degree of, oh yeah, it kind of sucked living in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Like, you get into a sword fight, yeah, someone's dead almost immediately. It'll probably
Oh my
be
god,
you.
this, from what I've played of Kingdom Hearts 2, the sword fights are the best part because it feels like you're just larpers hitting each other with sticks.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful.
You have to, like, it's like all in first person and you kind of have to angle your sword back and forth with your mouse
Mm-hmm.
and just bonk.
Sounds about right. It's like you're playing the Wii Sports jousting sword fighting game.
Yeah. Speaking of alchemy, isn't that big open world Italia game out? We don't talk about that game, Oshu. That game does not exist. I'm not gonna play that game.
No, it's a shame.
I played the demo and I just could not even bring myself to really beat the demo. I did eventually, but it was a slog.
That's too
I
bad.
feel like the open world formula is just wasted on Atelier, or the other way around. Atelier is wasted on the open world formula. You could tell that they were like trying to have a Genshin-esque world map, and it just did not work.
That's a shame.
For me, at least. There's probably, I think Zane played with the whole thing and liked it okay enough,
Hmm.
but it was not for me.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
So was the movement system?
Oh, the movement system was awful.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, you had to like double jump up walls, but you couldn't do it on every wall, and it really didn't have a good indicator on like where you can and can't do it.
Hmm.
I didn't even get to the whole aspect of like having a motorcycle, and with the map design being what it was, it would have felt like a pain in the ass anyways.
Hmm.
A lot of it is connected through zip lines if you want to get like places.
I'd say the number one rule in any open world exploration game is that the movement system has to feel fun. Just walking
Yes.
around. If you're not having
know
fun
what-
walking around, you're gonna have a bad time because there's a lot of that.
You know what open world game I played this year that had a good movement system?
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. The horse riding is really fun in that one.
Nice. I hadn't heard much about it one way or another.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say, and this is gonna be controversial. I don't like support Ubisoft as a company in any way, and Carrick is gonna hate me for saying this in particular, but I think this is what I wanted out of Ghost of Tsushima. I
Mhm.
think Shadows is just a better Ghost of Tsushima.
I'll believe it. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was just a lower budget Ubisoft game to begin with.
No, it's like Sucker Punch. It's the Infamous devs, right? It
I mean,
feels
not-
like a Ubisoft game.
Sorry, not literally Ubisoft game, but like
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
very much like, yeah, we just made Assassin's Creed Japan because there was no Assassin's Creed Japan yet.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of a trying to fill that same niche.
Because things. Yeah. Like Ghost of Tsushima is an incredible feat still. It just never really resonated with me.
Hmm.
There's something about Shadows that does, and I think it's just the prospect of playing an actual ninja in a stealth scenario and not a samurai.
Hmm.
Because the whole like samurai going stealth thing never made sense to me in Ghost of Tsushima.
That makes sense.
And I know it's like a player choice, like you can still choose to be like up front rather than sneaky.
Hmm.
So it's more of a personal problem because I always tend to play stealth more in a game that gives me the option.
That makes sense. I mean, it's
Yeah.
usually the optimal playstyle, gameplay-wise.
I think Deus Ex has ruined that for me because it had like a trophy for going through the whole game without ever being detected and without killing anyone.
Nice.
And since then, that's all I'm trying to do. Well, that's not true. I kill a lot of people in Assassin's Creed.
Kind of have to, though. It's that kind of game.
Yeah, generally every time I sneak into a place, I make sure to kill everyone before I do anything else, just to have peace and quiet.
Makes sense.
Yeah. For a Ubisoft game, for the bad track record that they had recently, this is definitely like one of the good ones.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But of course, you'll have people vocally online be like, why is there a black samurai?
We don't have to engage with those people. It's not worth our time.
Nope.
That makes sense.
It's been fun. Riding around on a horse has never felt this good in any other video game.
And there's a lot of ways to get horse
That's all I
riding
wanted
wrong
to
in a
get at.
video game.
Yeah.
Even like Breath of the Wild here, not the best. For horse
I am
controls.
probably finally gonna play Breath of the Wild now that the Switch 2 edition is out.
Mm-hmm. Finally be a
We'll see
steady
how we
30
feel about
FPS instead of an unsteady 30 FPS.
Yeah.
I was telling my friend the other day, I'm pretty sure Mario Odyssey is somehow the only consistently 30 FPS Switch game.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. There's a lot of going on in that game, too, to be fair.
Hmm.
Oh, sure, I've heard great things about Rogue Trader.
It's funny that it was a launch title, yeah. I still find it hilarious that the original Breath of the Wild runs better on the Wii U than on the Switch.
Yeah,
it's ported
that is
so late.
crazy.
Everyone treated it like it was a Switch like exclusive launch title, but it wasn't.
Yeah, they did the Twilight Princess thing.
Hmm.
If anyone doesn't remember, or heck, at this point I can even say, if you weren't alive at the time,
Yep.
Twilight Princess came out simultaneously on the Wii and the GameCube.
Yep.
And because most people are dominant right-handed, they flipped the entire game to have Link be right-handed in the Wii version, but the GameCube version, he's still left-handed, so the entire game is mirrored.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
So you're literally playing the entire game, but everything is flipped.
Couldn't they have just mirrored Link's model?
You know, I'm sure there's some very complicated coding reasons why that wasn't going to work.
It was hard-coded, is that what it is?
Probably. Artistic choice, there you go.
Yeah, like the weird chicken people that are in that game.
There were some weird things in
I
Twilight
think that
Princess. Yeah. I think outside of like Minish Cap, that might be the weirdest Zelda game.
I see a Minish Cap and I raise you 4 swords.
First Swords wasn't that weird. Different,
I guess
for sure.
it's like, yeah, that's fair, yeah. Wait, do we count CDI?
Okay, never mind. That would probably take the cake.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the weird chicken people.
Well, we just did. Too late.
Poor Billy Hatcher.
There's an old IP.
I probably just activated a lot of people by saying that, yeah.
I think half the people in chat weren't born yet.
Oh. Again, yeah. I don't know, what would be the weirdest mainline Zelda game? Link's crossbow training, maybe? Like, just weird in concept?
Okay, weird in concept. Maybe. Definitely not weird in content.
What is the not counting Mario Hotel? What would you say is like the most out there Mario game?
Mario is missing?
Oh, I guess, yeah. See, I was thinking something along the lines of like Sticker Star.
I mean, also true.
Oh wait, was Sticker Star the one that had? That was the Paper Mario game that no one liked, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And people have pretty much hated all the Paper Marios outside of Thousand Year Door.
And the original. I think the original is still popular.
That's true, yeah. I really like Super Paper Mario, but it is definitely not a good sequel to Thousand Year Door in terms of gameplay. I like the story of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're Nintendo games, right? Like, even Sticker Star is gonna be liked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright, I have the actual answer.
Mm-hmm.
The Princess Peach DS game.
Yeah, that checks out. That is probably the biggest departure in terms of mainline Mario games.
Yes. Yeah, let's make a game about our premier female character and have her power be the power of emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you need to get somewhere? Just cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
God, what were they thinking? Is that the one that has the vibe rod?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather play the Bowser War game.
Yeah, Inside Story was pretty weird, actually.
It was something, alright.
Yep. That exists.
Yep.
I've heard it's good though, gameplay wise.
Oh yeah, like the Mario and Luigi games were, I think, consistently good until Brothership.
Hmm.
Except maybe for the like Paper Mario crossover game.
Yeah. I did find it funny
from what
that they had two separate Mario RPGs with action combat, or QTE effectively combat,
Well, clearly they just copied it from Clear Obscure.
clearly.
Yeah.
It's like the
Or
OG Paper
even
Mario and
better-
Mario and Luigi were very similar.
I can't believe I'm saying this in this day and age, but it's not even just like Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG and Clear Obscure. A lot of people forget that South Park: The Stick of Truth has the same RPG gameplay.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's honestly good.
Hmm. I have heard it praised a lot. Definitely not my kind of
Yeah.
humor, so I haven't played it, but...
Yeah, no, that's very hit on people.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Very
have heard that
much
the gameplay's
like,
good.
how The Ruined King is one of the best RPGs of all time, but a lot of people don't play it because it's League of Legends.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, like, some of the biggest game adaptations of all time. Okay, Fallout. Yeah, go play the Fallout games. They're great. Arcane. Pretend that that doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Also, I might be in a weird camp regarding South Park.
Hmm.
I don't think the show is funny, but I also don't think that it's supposed to be. Like, it definitely has like a lot of like jokes and humor, but I think it's meant to upset people. Like, that's the whole point.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. The controversy is entirely the point, and they build jokes around that.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I would ever see myself laughing at a South Park episode, but I can definitely go like, oh yeah, that line was cleverly written.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that take.
Or in recent terms, oh hey, they're making fun of the person I hate. That's great.
Hmm. That's like, yeah, that's all you get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And I think that's really the extent of South Park. It's just like, here's all these contemporary references that we make fun of in creative ways, and you know, some of them hit, some of them miss, some of them are like way too obscene for my taste.
Hmm.
Like, I have my limits too.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah,
also
the-
haven't watched South Park in like 10 years, so I don't know. The only context I have are other games.
And from what I've seen, it's still very much crude for crudeness' sake.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not normally my kind of humor.
Yeah. I'll stick with DuckTales.
There
and
you go.
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb is great. I've heard that they're getting another
Oh,
season
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, they get. Oh my god, didn't it already start?
Possibly, yeah. I haven't been following that closely, but I know
Yeah,
the
I
spin-off
forgot
shows
to-
did not do that well.
Yeah. Milo Murphy's Law.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I enjoyed a couple episodes of it, but it's definitely a straining one.
Hmm.
You can tell that they ran out of ideas because in the second season of Milo Murphy they brought back Phineas and Ferb characters.
Yeah, try to capture some of that original audience.
Yeah, which worked. Like, it definitely made me watch it again.
Fair enough.
Plus, we got some new Weird Al songs out of it because he voices the main character.
And it's fun.
Yeah. Go Disney? I don't know that I can say that.
It's kind of like Owl House. Disney, when Disney just gives a paycheck to a, creative folk like that and just let them make a show, it turns out pretty well.
I'm still sad about Owl House though. That show deserved better than it got, in my opinion.
Yeah, as soon as they do anything controversial, Disney clamps down.
Yeah.
Man. Infinity Train.
Infinity Train, yeah. Sugima, since Sugima is here, I actually have to ask you something directly, and that goes, of course, to all of chat 2 and Hawk. Have you checked out or played a game called Bloomtown?
Bloomtown?
Bloomtown.
So.
It is a turn-based RPG that has a lot of like Persona and Shin Megami Tensei inspiration. But it is very much coded after things like Gravity Falls and Infinity Train and Owl House. Like all of these comfort animated shows. And
nice.
it hits the spot.
Nice.
Like, if you're into that kind of thing, I highly recommend it. Bloomtown. Although they do a little joke in the title screen when you press play, the scenery goes gritty and dark, and the Bloomtown changes to Gloomtown.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead, Sugima. I haven't played all the way through it, but from what I've played, I really enjoyed it. It's in the same wheelhouse for me as Cassette Beasts. Just a really fun creature collection RPG with a slice of life setting.
Nice. This is like fun.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to expose people to this. It really deserves some attention. One of those indie games that just go under on Steam.
Makes sense. Interesting creation there in the Breath of the Wild clip, which is the Kingdom clip.
See, you can't do that in Bonanza.
Yep. Gimmick an undulating, fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, which is why I didn't want to say you can, like, Tears of the Kingdom through the levels, but you can absolutely, Echoes of Wisdom through the levels.
Very cool.
Let's see if I have any other, like, recent indie recommendations that come to mind. We talked about Signalis, of course, but I still need to play that. I already love everything about it, and maybe, you know what? I know I said I was only gonna stream, like, turn-based RPGs, but maybe I'll make an exception for Signalis.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. I do enjoy open-ended games like that, where there's a lot of stuff that's up to interpretation. Yes, Look Outside was very good. I was watching Oshu play through it.
Oh yes, I've already looked into get it? I've already looked into Look Outside. It's absolutely up my alley. That's another one I'm gonna play for sure.
And that counts as a turn-based RPG, so.
Oh, during the Steam sale, I also grabbed all of the Rusty Lake games.
Nice.
Including the Cube Escape ones. I'm really looking forward to those. I put them all in my Legion Go because it's the perfect system for that kind of game. There's also a game I want to shout out called Trash Goblin.
Trash Goblin?
Trash Goblin. The base gameplay loop of that is basically that you get a item that you have to uncover by doing like a simple puzzle, and then you like have to restore that item by cleaning it or like by upcycling it by combining it with other items, and then you sell them. And it's really cute.
That does
There's
sound
not
cute.
much more to the game. There's like a bit of a visual novel aspect.
Hmm.
But it's a fun, like, busy work game where you just keep your hands busy for a long time.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, Dia streamed it a bunch. Well, there you go. Yeah, Trash Goblin. I do. Oh, this might actually be the perfect place to talk about it, Hawk, if you don't mind me taking up, like, so much of the time here.
No, not at all. We're both running out of topics. Go ahead.
There is a game that does not exist that I want to exist that I just really want to make,
Hmm.
which would be an RPG that focuses a lot on the concept of arbitrage, where you have a living economy like on the world map that you would explore like in a traditional like turn-based RPG, like think JRPG, right?
Hmm.
Where certain items are sought after more in one region than another, and the whole game you would basically have to amass funds by selling things in the places that make sense for it.
Hmm.
Or you combine them with other items, right? To make
Yeah.
them worth more.
Makes sense.
There's just no game out there that really like rewards you for managing your items in a smart fashion when it comes to selling them.
Hmm.
Exactly, Yahazu. Yeah, it's just like making money in an MMO, except it would be a single player experience.
Single player RPG. Just like
Yeah.
Merchant Simulator.
Very much a game based on supply and demand, while still being like a turn-based RPG on the other side.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
gather
think that kind of
resources,
thing would
plot out your
absolutely be
routes.
fun. Uh-huh. Moonlighter is not like that, unfortunately. In Moonlighter, each item that you find has a specific value attached to it, and you can sell it for around that value. There's not a lot of like thinking about where to sell it or who to sell it to or when to sell it, right?
Hmm.
That's more the kind of thing I would want, is to actually like manage your sales. Like think Animal Crossing, where you like stock up on sharks until you get like bonus money for sharks, that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't
Like,
be
oh,
that difficult to code in on top of like RPG Maker.
yeah. I'd love to try, honestly,
That'd be very cool.
if I had the time.
There is that. Game development
Yes,
is a very
that.
time-consuming
Yeah.
process.
Like, think you reach the end of a dungeon, right? You kill the boss, he drops his crown. Cool. You can go sell that. Or you can use it as equipment. Or there's this attachment that you can find in a side quest that goes on top of the crown that makes it better. Or makes it sell for more.
Mm-hmm. That'd be
My
fun.
biggest disappointment with any game that has crafting and selling, like think like Stardew Valley, those kinds of games, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time when you craft something, it has the same exact value as the materials that you used for crafting it.
Yeah.
And that's just no fun to me. Like, I wanted to increase in value because I put more work into it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. That's the kind of game experience that I'm looking for, and there's just nothing really like that.
Hmm.
Except, like Yasu said, playing an MMO and like finding rare items and upcycling them to sell to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have like a level 100 crafting job or whatever.
But at that point, when it's an MMO, it starts becoming more like a job.
Yeah.
Like Sugi said, having all to count to do hard scale shipments in EVE Online.
Yeah, true. Also, I know I dropped a word here that maybe not everyone knows, but arbitrage.
Mm-hmm.
It is the concept of selling something for a low price and buying something for a low price and selling it for a high price.
Mm-hmm.
Very much like, oh, this village in the middle of nowhere has a lot of wood, and they have nothing to do with it. It's worthless. Well, you take it, you ship it across the world, and bring it to a place that really needs wood.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That just makes sense.
Yeah.
It should work that way.
Spice and Wolf plot.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
There you
Is
go.
that what I want? A Spice It Wolf game?
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, that's been on my mind for like the last month or two.
That'd be cool. I
Yeah.
like the concept.
Right. Yeah, Trash Goblin kind of scratches that itch of like getting an item, making it better, and selling it for more.
Mhm.
But it's at the end of the day a very basic experience.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of depth to it.
Very proof of concept.
Yeah.
You like something that also has a larger economy, transportation, travel layer on top of that.
Yeah. Galaxy Arrow and Spore. Oh no. That's true.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
guess a lot of RTS games have that as a feature, don't they?
Yeah, but usually it's a little more arbitrary.
Yeah.
Especially
No,
they
I definitely.
always feel the need to make it like procedurally generated and dynamic, which makes it harder to have those kind of intuitive relationships of, oh, they have wood because I can physically see a lot of trees around.
Yeah. I think the way that I would make it is absolutely like not like hard coded per se, but like coded into the game the way that the economy works, where there's a scenario that happens where like, oh no, this forest burned down and now wood is worth more over there. That kind of thing, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm much more of a character focused thing still on the outside. Call it something like marketeer. You're like a musketeer, but you're also a merchant.
There you go.
There you go. I think there already is a game called Marketeer though, so I can't do that.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, I don't know about the semi-roguelike where the world goes on the soft reset. Although, yeah, I would probably build in a soft reset of some kind just so you can, like, aim for the things you want to aim for in the game without the economy getting ruined permanently.
Hmm.
The other fun thing would be to have, like, a, oh, I don't remember what the mechanic was called anymore in Dark Souls, where, like, no, not Dark Souls, Demon Souls, where the actions of other players affect the levels.
Yeah.
It could be the kind of thing where the actions of other players affect the economy in your game, but
Yeah.
it would be an opt-in situation in that case.
That makes sense. Like, if you enable online features, then it starts using the global stats to influence
Yeah,
economics.
like, damn, people really have abused wood over here, huh?
Hmm.
That kind of thing. I'm sorry that wood is the only example I can think of.
Now, that's a good, clear example. Yeah, Wing Commander Privateer, that's a classic one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very static. MMO economy, but you only interact with other players through markets. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Definitely
adherence
have
to
to
the
be, like,
RuneScape.
quest-related too. There would definitely be some component in the game that actively changes the economy, like, at a steady pace too. Like, maybe every 20 battles, there's some kind of, like, randomly generated number that decides, like, okay, the economy is this now.
Hmm.
Like, have some kind of, like, hidden time progression.
That makes sense.
No yawns for RuneScape. I do, apparently.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're going around fighting monsters and stuff too, you could easily have it so that, like, oh, I cleared out this route of monsters. Now people can trade through it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm thinking of.
Hmm.
Like, your actions in the game and the story would affect the market conditions
Yeah,
constantly.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And of course, you would start small, right? Like, just like in a Pokemon game, you would start in, like, the smallest town where there's nothing there. And you would work your way up, traverse the world, find different venues that you can sell things at.
Hmm.
Until eventually you have, like, an empire.
Of course.
Probably
Definitely that
have,
kind of
like,
game
a-
I'd want the end game to be learning or getting the ability to start automating some of those steps.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. There would have to be some kind of progression system where there's a reason why you're earning all that money. Like, maybe you have, like, Similar to one of the Italian games, like a traveler's license that gets better the more money you have.
Mm-hmm.
That lets you go to more places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. And game is
Yeah.
taking over the world through an LLC. There you go.
Yeah. I would definitely have like an optional reward at the end for someone that really made a shit ton of money, like really put the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall I would still want it to be like a single player experience that has a definitive ending.
Yeah, makes sense. Main story campaign.
Yeah. I haven't been a big fan of the trend of games that have forced replayability, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like games that you just play once and then you're done and that was a cool experience and then you might wait for the sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not just padded out artificially for no reason.
Yeah. But that's me. That's
Yeah.
the game I would make.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I'm glad I was finally able to like properly share that on a platform like this.
Yeah,
Just
there
so
you go.
people can actually hear about it.
Mhm.
I've told Kitsu about it before and that's about it.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a good place to do that. I love talking game dev.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Like I don't know that I have good game design ideas, but I have good game design cravings.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds very relatable.
Yeah.
And we always have game ideas of games that I really want to exist. It would be a lot of work to make, so I'm not going to, but it'd be cool if they did.
Yeah. At some point, when I have the time, I will absolutely go into RPG Maker and just like do like a rough draft of what I would want the game to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make a proof of concept. Makes it easier to
Yeah.
get other people on board.
I mean, heck, I've seen people conceptualize Souls-likes in RPG Maker, so anything's possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Heck, Clear Obscure, weirdly, has some Souls-like elements.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Crazy.
Flags and everything.
Yeah, the flasks that regenerate when you rest.
Mm-hmm. I have to keep reminding myself that those aren't limited resources.
Yeah, you just use items in this game, and it doesn't matter. You don't waste them. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Keep trying to go as long as possible without using them, and I'm like, oh wait a minute,
Yeah.
I've got like 8 of them, and haven't used any yet. Yeah, good game.
Sorry, I got mesmerized by the Prime gameplay.
Same. Well, let's see. I haven't been working on any standalone game projects recently, but I did just finish Outer Wilds Mod Jam submission last weekend.
Ooh. Very cool.
Yeah, so we made a submission for this jam, which was, the theme was miniature, and the gimmick was that everyone was in the same solar system, and you got a small amount of space to add your own custom planets and stuff too.
Does
So-
it involve giant crickets?
Not this time.
Okay, cool.
There were very few bugs in this one, both literally and metaphorically.
Ha. Ha. I see what you did there.
Because that one was also very buggy in the other sense.
Yeah.
But no, we did a pretty good job with this one. I won't spoil it if anyone is interested in playing it.
Yeah,
But
do you think that's one I should play?
if you're interested, absolutely. There are a lot of good submissions other than ours too, but I was pretty happy with what we did.
I did really enjoy the playtesting for like the big one you did not so long ago.
Yeah, Dreambound. Everyone loved Dreambound. I don't think
Yeah.
that one won, I think, first place, that jam. I don't think we're doing that again this time, but I think part of that is just the other submissions are really good this time around.
That's fair, yeah.
Community popped off.
It was evident you put a lot of work into that one too.
Yeah. I think that,
So that has to be exhausting.
yeah, usually we do these jams, they take like 2 weeks, and that's just all of my free time those 2 weeks is working on the jam. And then I'm just dead and don't touch any game dev stuff for a month or two.
Yeah.
But they're fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy game jams and mod jams because it's a good way to flex those muscles under a short period where you don't have enough time to like get burnt out over minor details.
Yeah,
You just
it
make
sounds like a
something and then
really
you're
great way
done.
to approach that.
Yeah. It's like there's always more stuff you could do, but because of the time limit, there's a finite point where you have to stop.
Yeah. Like game jams in general, it's just fascinating.
hmm It's very much a different skill set even from proper game development in a lot of ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in a regular game development, you can afford to take months just to figure out what's fun. Keep iterating on your design. With a jam, you have to be able to iterate very quickly. Because you only have a couple days to make it good.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta hydrate. Ah, I did need that.
I still have 2 half drinks left. I'm in good shape.
Nice.
But I think we're starting to run out of topics.
Yeah, but we're also kind of reaching the allotted time. We did estimate about 3 hours, give or
Yeah.
take.
Sound pretty good.
I will say I'm curious. Has anyone here played the new Doom game?
I have not. I've watched some of it.
Okay. That might be what I also will do. I'm very hesitant. I don't have Game Pass currently, so I can't just play it for free.
hmm It definitely feels like
I-
it kept trending in the direction that the second one set.
Okay. I was really excited for it when I saw the initial announcement for it, because it looked really cool. But I haven't heard anything about it since, that's why I'm asking.
Said it's their coworkers called it a 10 out of 10 and Doom Eternal 9 out of 10.
Okay, that's high praise. I mean, I do like the concept of having like a shield you can throw as like a saw blade.
It's a fun concept.
Yeah. I did hear that the mech portions of the game and the flying sections are a bit like underbaked,
Mm,
undercooked.
yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah. The parry mechanic is probably awesome, yeah. But once again, parry is very hit or miss. Haha. Yeah. I
Makes
think
sense.
too many games nowadays rely on parrying as skill expression.
hmm
We need to come up with something else again.
Yeah. I do think shooters have more they can do in trying to make combat interesting. I don't know what,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's got to be a larger design space they can play with.
Well, Returnal was apparently really successful at that.
That's true. Yeah.
I haven't played Returnal myself, but everyone that I know has played it absolutely loves it to death.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that I really haven't touched it is because once again, I'm not big on roguelike gameplay loops.
Yeah. It's very much
if
that.
If you give me a game that like starts from the beginning, whenever you die, it has to be something like Outer Wilds or Deathloop, where you learn more and more as you go. And I know that's still true for a lot of roguelikes out there because you get better the more you play them. But I like the dying and restarting to be a main component of the game rather than just punishment.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's why I couldn't really get into Slay the Spire, because I really enjoy it as a card battler, but it just feels bad restarting from scratch every time you die.
Yeah.
And I know that that's also a personal issue, because when I play a card game, I want to collect the cards and fill the deck, and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not just... There are times, of course, where I'd love to just take what I get and then build something from that. That's why I play drafts in Magic. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
Having a single-player game built around it just doesn't feel the same.
Makes sense. It definitely depends
Yeah.
on the person. not for everyone.
But hey, if you're the kind of gamer that loves those types of games, more power to you. I wish I could enjoy them more.
Mm-hmm. That's a reasonable attitude about most things.
See, Krem, that's why I love Hades, because you do get more powerful per run.
Mhm.
And you unlock more of the story every time you die. That, in my opinion, is the perfect way to do a roguelike like that. That's why I love Hades. That's why I've played a shit ton of the Hades 2 early access. Give me meta progression. Give me good meta progression. Blueprints also has meta progression, right? Like, Outer Wilds technically has meta progression because
absolutely.
the more you know about the game, the further you will get. in a
Outer Wilds
single
basically only has meta progression.
run. Yeah. But a lot of roguelikes rely on randomness, and that's where I kind of check out.
Hmm.
Like, the more the randomness is apparent, the less likely I'm to play it.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So mad at
so mad
Blueprints.
at Blueprints right now? Oh no, what happened, Carrick? DM me about it if you don't want to spoil anything for anyone. I would love to talk about Blueprints.
From what I've heard, that is definitely the kind of game where you can get very upset at the RNG.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like, the problem is, I'm gonna try to say this with as little spoilers as possible. I'm gonna talk about it in the most generic of terms. When you begin the game, you can really roll with the punches no matter what the randomness throws at you. There's always something to do, something to solve, something to work towards.
Hmm.
And you just kind of have to figure out, like, okay, what did the game give me and what can I do with that? But of course, the problem is the further you get into the game, the more you run out of things to solve. And then you're waiting for that one thing to randomly show up that you need.
Hmm.
So you just play the game over and over again, do runs until you get the one thing that you're still missing. And that's the annoying part. That's where people complain about the RNG.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not like Outer Wilds where you can just, you have everything you need to solve the puzzle, go solve the puzzle.
Yep, and solve it on the very first attempt. The first 15 minutes of the game.
That being said, there's so many ways to roll credits in Blueprints that it doesn't matter for that at least. Like, the randomness only really sucks for, like, post-game, which is, like, 3/4 of the game.
Yeah, because of all the RNG rerolls.
So it's still a valid complaint, in my opinion.
Hmm. That makes sense.
Oh god, yeah, I feel that, Carrick. That we have run into that situation a lot. You just need to find the one room that you have a key for, and you just don't get it because of RNG.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I will definitely be experiencing it for myself on stream one of these days.
Yeah. There's still ways to mitigate the RNG, but there's still only to an extent.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
After Lobotomy Corporation, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll hopefully be there for that. If you do start Blueprints, give me a heads up in DMs if you will.
Cool, I'll try to remember to do that.
Yeah.
Worst case, there will be VODs.
Well, I will happily make time to be there live if I can.
Cool. Yeah, I still got a couple in-game days worth of Lobotomy Corp, and odds are I will not finish most of them on the first attempt.
Well, Godspeed.
Because the game is very punishing.
Yeah.
And I'm very bad at the micro play. Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah. Oh shoot, do it! You would love it, I'm sure of it. What is the full price for Blueprints?
It wasn't that much. I can pull it up. $30.
Okay.
I think it was on sale
well, I
when it
got
launched.
it free on PlayStation Plus, so I think it might still be free on Game Pass. Honestly, I don't know if $30 would be worth it if you don't know if you're gonna like it or not. I would probably wait for a sale. This seems like the kind of game that's gonna go on sale fairly frequently.
Yeah. I kind of assumed it was 25-ish.
Yeah. It is definitely a game that you can finish within 1 month of Game Pass, so that's a consideration for sure.
Hmm.
But whether you want to give Microsoft money or not, that's another question entirely. Because, fuck Microsoft.
Yeah. Fuck everyone.
Yeah,
Fuck the industry.
fuck big corporations. I'm completely anti-corpo now. I'm gonna play Cyberpunk just to, like, choose the non-corpo paths.
Oh, I did hear that that actually runs surprisingly well on Switch too.
Yeah, I've been tempted to get it, but I wanted to get it physically and I can't find it anywhere anymore.
Yeah,
So I'll wait until that pops up again somewhere.
makes sense. I do find it
The
funny
key in
just how...
Cyberpunk is choosing the corpo path and then fucking the corpo over. Oh, so the Fire Emblem Fates route.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, just disassemble the Empire from within. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you're committing a bunch of atrocities.
Oh yeah, but
But you have good
no one needs to
intentions,
know
so
about
it's okay.
those. Yeah.
And Fates is a weird game. I really hope we get a new Fire Emblem announced. I kind of expected one this year, so I'm surprised there isn't one yet.
I hope that if we get a new one, it's gonna go back a little bit to its roots. I would love a gimmickless Fire Emblem again, if that makes sense.
Well, we're supposed to be getting a Fire Emblem 3, 4, one of the two, remake last year, and that didn't surface. So I don't know if they're sitting on it or porting it to Switch 2 or what.
Well, there was something recently. I don't remember if it was a leak. It probably was, knowing Nintendo, that they are currently working on a major RPG title that's supposed to come out next year.
So it might be occupying most of their time.
Yeah.
I know Fire Emblem Engage didn't do super well commercially. So maybe they're de-emphasizing Fire Emblem.
I mean, really, the best move would be going to knock on Sega's door and be like, hey, can we put Metaphor on the Switch too?
Metaphor would be a great Switch title.
It would be, yeah.
Definitely
I
not
mean, you already
graphically
got Shin
intensive
Megami
enough to
Tensei
not
5
run.
on there, so...
Yeah, it'd absolutely run on there. SMT5 is also a great Switch title.
Let's see if I can find a news story about Nintendo again real quick. But I also understand if you want to wrap things up soon, of course.
Yeah, no. Give it a few more minutes. Definitely winding down, though.
Let's see.
Pokemon puzzle game from the Nintendo Direct. Does it look too easy? I haven't seen much of it. I'll admit. But probably. Definitely looks very
Oh,
kid-friendly.
like Pokemon Friends or whatever it's called.
Yeah. O'Meal was asking in the chat.
Yeah.
The mouse controls gimmick is they seem for Switch 2. From the very limited amount I've used them, yes. They felt very... very flaky. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to them yet or what, but...
I haven't tried them yet. I've only played on handheld mode so far.
Makes sense.
No, that's not true. I played a little bit of Mario Kart when I went to visit my brother on the TV, and it was alright. It felt like playing on a PlayStation 4, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I guess is essentially what the tech in the Switch 2 is. It's just a better PS4.
Pretty much. Well, really, it's a better Steam Deck is what it is. It's using a similar chipset.
Oh, is it better than the Steam Deck?
In some ways. In some ways. It's got a worse
Okay.
CPU, but better GPU. Every DLC looks neat, but it's kind of hurting your eyes to watch. It's too busy. There's a lot of particle effects going on. A lot of colors. It's very pastel.
Let's see. Oh, I have a lot of like recent news here. Jesus.
It's been a busy year for industry news,
Yeah.
especially for Nintendo.
Apparently. Oh, is this something I just completely missed? Hold on, give me just a second.
Huh?
Huh, sure enough. 2 days ago, Sony acquired 2.5% stake in Bandai Namco.
Huh.
That is a pretty big purchase.
Yeah.
$464 million.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I wonder what they're planning to do with that.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Outer Worlds 2 price dropped. We already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Prime 4 got an age rating. Weird, I thought it was out already, according to like the London Underground.
Yeah, clearly got delayed and they forgot to update the ad campaign.
Yep. We're getting a potential Nintendo Direct announcing a new Animal Crossing game. Again, that's just rumors.
Mm. It's Prime 4 T? I can't imagine it'd be anything other than T.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a premier Nintendo title still. They wouldn't want it to be above that, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, the other Prime games were, right?
Yeah, Evolve in T.
Yeah. Borderlands 4 runs at 30 FPS on Switch 2.
Which really
Don't
means
know
it's
what
gonna
that
be
is
choppy
newsworthy.
25. Well, I've seen all the weasel words and some of them be like, oh yeah, it reaches 30 FPS. Oh, okay, so it's not 30 FPS most of the time. I noticed the
King
original
portion
Switch
of
2
Activision
Direct.
Blizzard King.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah?
That
No, go ahead. Hi.
Metroid was the only game that was described as consistently hitting 60 FPS.
Ah.
Most of the others were like, oh, it achieves 60 FPS. Important weasel words. 30 FPS on the pause menu. There you go.
Metroid would be the kind of game where I'd want 60 FPS out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm just not finding the story anymore.
Ah, well. Could have been retracted.
Yeah, could be. But I do remember the conversation being like, it's a big RPG title from Nintendo, so people assume it's a new Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hear me out, a new Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Let's go. It's time. It's finally time.
I still think that was a good game. The market did not agree. It's definitely not particularly serious of a game, but I thought it was fun for what it was.
I'll play it as part of my turn-based RPG arc. How about that?
There we go. It's a low-stakes Persona-like.
Yeah. And I do like Persona-likes. What was the last new IP that we got from Nintendo? Is it still Splatoon?
What else have they done recently? I mean, if you count like one-offs, we've done like obviously some.
Yeah, but nothing that really evolved into a franchise.
Yeah. Certainly nothing big for the Switch too.
Does Tomodachi Life count?
Kind of. And what
Although I
else?
guess then it would technically be the Me IP, right?
Yeah.
It does not seem like they have had another big new IP since Splatoon and Wouldn't you know it? Arms.
Ah, yes, arms.
I honestly am surprised that we didn't get any like Arms teas for the Switch 2, considering that was like a big Switch 1 title at the start.
Mm-hmm. And what if they just decided to drop it?
Yeah, just quietly.
And the lack of longevity for the original. Arms is actually good, but no one played it. Yeah. I mean, it's not well designed enough to be like a mainstay fighting game, I think is the problem. It's a little too simplistic to have a lot of depth for fighting game communities. But still perfectly serviceable beyond that. Good like party fighting game. I'm surprised that they haven't announced Smash Ultimate upgrade pack yet. I feel like that would be like a really important title for them.
Well, I honestly think they're gonna bide their time until they have a new Smash entirely.
You think so?
Well, here's my thought. I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat back on.
Hmm.
They let Sakurai do Air Riders in exchange for a new Smash Bros.
Hmm. Just like Icarus was
Yeah.
in exchange for
like,
Smash 4.
yeah, give him a little bit of the carrot and then give him a bit of the stick.
Yeah, I believe it. Now, do you think it'll be an upgrade over Ultimate, or do you think it'll be a reboot?
At this point, I think it would be silly of them to have anything less than Ultimate was at the very least.
Hmm.
Like, they can easily just move over every single fighter that they already have it as a complete package and just add on that. Maybe have like a new story mode of some kind. Like
Yep.
the last one that they had in Ultimate was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Like going across this like weird world map, collecting all the characters.
That was pretty fun. I do remember that.
Yeah.
World
They
of
could
Light
absolutely
stuff.
expand on that, have even more characters in there.
Hmm.
Or Astrobot is gonna eat its lunch, and we're just getting all the gaming references there from now on.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know why Sony doesn't invest more into like something like an Astrobot fighter.
I mean, maybe they will. Probably just now
I
entering production on anything that would be like that.
I think PlayStation All Stars might have burnt them a bit too badly, actually.
Ah, that's true.
But like some kind of like crossover PlayStation IP, like I don't know, have like a Vampire Survivors clone, except you get to play as Aloy and Kratos and Nathan Drake and whatever.
That'd be kind of cool.
Right?
Yeah. I can see that.
Like, just utilize your characters, Sony, rather than making us wait 5 years before they show up again.
Yeah.
Like, they want to do a live service game so badly, and yet they do nothing with the IP that they already own.
Hmm. I wonder why. I wonder if there's licensing issues, if they're just worried about brand loyalty or what.
Maybe. I mean, I guess a lot of the quote-unquote first-party titles that they have are still, like, outhouse studios.
Hmm. Yeah, so the IP licensing could be complicated.
Yeah, but hey, Sony, do, like, make a, I don't know, like a horse racing game where there's actually girls instead of horses, but each girl is based on a different Sony character. Like, there's a girl that's based on Kratos, and a girl that's based on Aloy.
A girl based on Aloy, but not Aloy.
Yeah, yeah.
I do think more series should try making a gacha.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, why
I
not?
mean-
Give it a try. See what happens.
As silly as it sounds, Astrobot did have gacha elements,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked.
Yeah.
People love pulling a crank and something random pops out that you can collect.
I mean, it works for a reason. It's addicting. It's engaging.
Yeah, God, Sugima, I know, right? Why did they cast a female actress for Zelda? That makes no sense.
Next, you're gonna tell me Samus is a girl.
Next, you're gonna tell me that Samus can crawl. Oh, sorry, Metroid can crawl.
Metroid can crawl.
That's the line.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Astrobot has a lot of cute references, and it's absolutely a gem of a game, and Sony doesn't deserve it. Astrobot is too good for Sony, honestly.
Uh-huh.
It's wasted on it.
And it's effectively just started as a tech demo.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
the free one that came with every PlayStation 5 was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Sure would be cool if we had some kind of like welcome party on the Switch too that would teach us how to use the console for free. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that whole thing. What annoys me most about that, honestly, is that they already made a very engaging introduction to console gimmicks with Nintendo Land on the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
Not that long ago, which was a full game that had a bunch of mini games that directly showed off all the game's gimmicks in a engaging way. And then we get this $10 piece of shit, or whatever it is,
I'm glad you said it.
that is just a glorified marketing kiosk that you have to pay for. Like, I've watched a bunch of streamers play through it, and it's like, I would not pay for this. I probably wouldn't even play it if you gave it to me for free. Who's the target market for this, and you think you can charge money for it?
Yeah.
I have no clue. It's not a game.
Do you think that what happened was that Wii Sports is technically the best-selling Wii game because it came with every Wii, and they were like, why didn't we charge for this?
I wouldn't be surprised. But Wii Sports was a game. This isn't a game.
Yeah. Yeah, it has...
It has playable
Game
sections in it,
Yeah.
but it's not a
No,
game.
you know what's worse? So, the Drag and Drive game that's coming out, the like wheelchair game
Mm-hmm.
that you play with the mouse, that's gonna be $20.
Yep.
How? Why?
Because they can.
That also feels like a tech demo.
Honestly, I'm kind of shocked that it's only $20.
I don't remember where it was, but there was some gaming outlet that called it Woke Rocket League.
Yeah,
That got me.
it looks fun enough, but it definitely does not look like a $30 game or more. It very much looks like a tech demo.
Yeah, I don't know how much there's gonna be to it.
Yeah.
Wait, Welcome Tour was $10?
Yeah.
I thought it was $5.
No.
That's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Woke Rocket League would sell better. It's not wrong. Oh, right. I guess in terms of Rocket League, there's also what's it called? Human Rocket League. FIFU. Fuck, what's it called? I don't remember the actual name of the game.
I mean, isn't that just FIFA, the soccer game?
No, it's like the developers of Sifu and Absolver made a soccer game where you play the actual players rather than it being a simulation in like third person like you would in Rocket League.
Right.
So people are saying like, oh, they made Rocket League but with people.
Nice. And it's fun.
God, why am I blanking on that game now? There's actually a shit ton of people playing it too, like it's really popular.
I hadn't heard of it.
I guess I'll just have to Google Sifu and see what the developer did.
Mm-hmm.
Slow Clap, that's the developer. Rematch. Wait, is it really just called Rematch?
Wait, that's a really generic
No,
name.
that's terrible SEO.
Yeah. Even if you search rematch game, you're gonna get a lot of things that aren't that game.
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
You would really have to Google a rematch slow clap.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's like a third-person soccer game.
Hmm.
And it just really took off.
Go figure.
Apparently it's just really mechanic heavy.
Makes sense. I mean, it would have to be.
Would be expected from the C4 developers, honestly.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it would just be like Mario Strikers, which also is out now on the GameCube app on Switch 2.
Yeah. Real person jump scare. Yep. Watching
Oh my god, what is this?
Treehouse streams.
Oh god, no. Yeah, it's an interesting world for gaming. We have more variety than ever, and yet people still complain that there's no games, and I don't understand them.
There are too many games, more games than any of us could reasonably play.
Uh-huh.
So many things to do.
Now I get it. It's not a good, it's not a good time for exclusives. Unless you're Nintendo and you have like 5 coming out in the same year.
Mm-hmm. I'm still disappointed in the launch
But
title
Sony has like...
set, though.
Yeah, it was a weird choice, but I wonder if it's an idea. Like, it might get people to buy games they otherwise wouldn't because there's already something else in the release lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like if
I
the
guess like
release
me.
is too crowded, they might ignore more. Yeah.
Like I was gonna
'Cause-
wait and buy it for Pokemon or Metroid, but since I have it, I might as well pick up Bonanza.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, like if Bonanza and Mario Kart World had both come out at launch, I would have only gotten one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
And I really only grabbed World because it was a bundle, and I felt like I was getting a good deal getting the game and the console.
I was definitely not going to pay full price for Mario Kart World, so yeah.
Yeah, and
Might
I
as
think
well.
that was the plan, to get more people to buy the bundle because of that.
Mm-hmm. And indie games when a game is
And
like 900
now-
liquids, yep.
Yeah. And now people have finished World, and then Bonanza comes out, so they can buy Bonanza, and then they finish Bonanza, and then, oh, the next thing is out, which is, what is the next big thing that's coming out? Probably Pokemon?
Pokemon's next, yeah, I think.
Okay.
Unless you pick
The
up one
next
of the
thing we
upgrade
have a
packs.
release date for, at least. Still not until October, though.
Mm.
But that might be the strategy.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually. I recant my statement. That's
Yeah.
probably the plan.
Yeah, because I think if the launch window had Mario Kart World and Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, and Pokemon, a lot of people would have only bought one of those and then moved on.
Mm. Yeah, makes sense.
Pikmin 5. See, there's the monkey's paw. It's gonna be a new Pikmin game. But it's gonna be a sequel to the DS Pikmin game.
Hey, Pikmin 2.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, now you also have camera support with the Switch too.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
true.
It's gonna be like, God. What is that weird fish game for the Dreamcast?
Yeah, what is that called? I know exactly what you're talking
You put your
about.
face on the fish, you put your face on the Pikmin.
That sounds horrifying. I love it. You have to show it, make an expression
voiced
painter.
by
as the game
Leonard
shuts down.
Nimoy, of all things.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy. I apparently can't spell his name. Fish game. Seaman.
That's the one. Yeah.
Seaman. God, I love Seaman.
The
The Dreamcast was a thing.
Dreamcast sure was a thing. Ahead of its time, really.
Oh yeah.
Not in a good way.
Thank you, Oshu. I do know of that clip. I actually talked to Hawk about it before the stream.
Yeah, you did.
What is the worst game you've played on stream, Hawk?
Worst game I played on stream. Metroid Pinball, probably. But Hey Pikmin was definitely up there.
Damn. Where's Federation Force?
Federation Force wasn't
On
that
the list.
terrible. It was a little bit tedious,
Okay.
but it was playable. Certainly not that fun, but certainly playable. What else? Sonic 06 was pretty bad. It wasn't
Oh,
as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it was pretty bad. Unleashed was more of a
that's
slog.
like saying Dysentery is pretty bad.
Hey, Dysentery wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Wait, have you played Sonic Boom on stream?
No, we skipped that one.
Okay.
Motion controls were not going to work.
Oh, it has motion controls?
It does.
Oh no.
It was a
And
Wii
you thought
title.
it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
They should make a Punch-Out like Sonic game.
Punch Out? How would that work?
Like you have Sonic as your boxer and you box against other Sonic characters and they all have like their own unique gimmicks.
Sonic but boxing. Okay.
Yeah, look, all I want to do is beat up Big the Cat, okay?
That's fair. Is Big the Cat in Sonic Arena? Or whatever it was called. Sonic Fighters? No.
I don't think so.
Sonic Battle? I don't remember what it was called.
No, I think Sonic Fighters sounds right.
There was a Game Boy...
Sonic D Fighters. Sonic Fighters.
Yeah, that was something else. That wasn't what I was thinking of, but yeah, that exists.
Also known as Sonic Championship.
There was a Game Boy Advance game that had Sonic Battle. That's what it was.
Oh, Sonic Battle. Yeah, that's the one.
I don't remember if Big the Cat was in that one, but that was a game where you could play a Sonic character beating up other Sonic characters.
Yeah.
Punches and kicks.
It was like the Sonic version of that weird Digimon fighting game that was on a GBA as well.
Yeah. Had pseudo 3D. Just fancy at the time.
Yeah, I remember trying that on an emulator, allegedly.
Yeah, I had it on the original Game Boy Advance. That was one of my only Sonic games at the time, so I played the heck out of that one. Back in the day.
So when are you gonna stream Balan Wonderworld?
You know, as soon as he gets out of prison for tax evasion.
I forgot about that.
And
As
insider
if that
trading.
game needed a shittier legacy, you know?
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll not be getting any sequels to that one.
Well, Hawk, last thing I have on the agenda that I want to do with you today is to play a little game.
Okay.
And that game is called Game of the Century.
Game of the Century.
Yes. I would like you to come up with the best game that you've played this century.
Okay.
And that's gonna make you realize, God, this century has already gone on for a while.
That is true. I mean, Outer Wilds. It's too easy.
You know, that is a good answer. Yeah.
Got to find someone who's less obsessed with one particular game.
Well, now that we know that, I do wanna put a little bit of a spin on it, if you don't mind. I know I'm assaulting you with this idea now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would love for us to regularly come back to this.
Hmm? Yeah,
And
definitely.
find the best game for each year, starting with the year 2000. And then when we're caught up with the current year, rank those games against each other.
Okay, so have a running top 10 of all time list, basically.
Yeah, yeah, just slowly over time, you know, we can start with the year 2000, just off the, just off the cuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so best game of each year. I can do that.
Guys, help me out. What games came out in 2000?
I will definitely be looking that up.
Yeah, I think that would be quite fun.
Yeah. Works for me.
Oh,
Certainly.
Final Fantasy IX came out in the year 2000, apparently. Majora's Mask? Oh no, this is gonna be... What did I do?
Yeah, I mean... those early couple of years were stacked.
Yeah. Deus Ex, oh no. Yeah, we're gonna have to discuss that when we do that.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I have a feeling it's gonna be Majora's Mask.
I mean, yeah, hard to compete with that one.
Yeah. Like, I think that's one that we both agree on.
Yeah. And there's some other good ones that year for sure, but Majora's Mask is iconic.
I feel like that is also one that would have a shot at Game of the Century.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it's easy to talk about games in the 90s, which ones were the best ones, because there's only so many that really stood out. And I feel like nowadays when people have, like, top games of all time lists, a lot of them would be from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So many
of bias,
classics.
generational bias.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I think it was the Giant Bomb website recently put out a list of the like top games of all time or top games of the century.
Mm-hmm.
And Breath of the Wild was on top, I think. Either that or Tears of the Kingdom, and that surprised me.
That's a controversial take.
Yeah, because that's still fairly recent.
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe a community vote or something.
Hmm. That makes sense.
But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's pretty
guess
good.
It is a marvel of game design, I guess. When Tears of the Kingdom came out, there were multiple game developers like posting like, I don't know how they did this.
That was very unique for the time. And it should take open
Best
world in a
game
different
is-
direction.
Musuma pretty dead. God damn it. Uchi.
Obviously. Yeah, best game of all time, horse racing.
Obviously. Yes. Japanese horse racing.
Mm-hmm. Does it get any better than that? We've peaked. Cool. Guess we'll wind down. But yeah, I would definitely love to do this more regularly. Maybe we can shoot for doing this
absolutely.
quarterly from here. Hopefully I'm a little less busy the next couple of months.
I will get back to you on that.
Yeah, sounds about right. Or we wait until the Game Awards to do another Game Awards stream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll definitely do it for the Game Awards at the very least, because I feel it's now tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So it's good content.
exactly, yeah. Now, who knows, maybe one of these days we can do, like, an actual podcast that we regularly upload to Spotify and just make, like, passive income.
I don't know how many people would show up to listen to us yap, but
You'd be surprised. Some people just really love listening to people yapping.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, just need good audio quality and we're good to go.
I guess that's fair.
Wait, what the Baldur's Gate 2 came out in the year 2000. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That sure took them a while.
Yeah.
Wait, do I need to play the other 32 Expedition games?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Actually, it's even worse than that. You have to play the other 67.
Oh, that's right, because it goes in reverse. God damn it.
Mhm.
Oh boy. I can't wait for Expedition 32 then.
Mhm.
No, they actually did a very smart thing in that they have Claire Obscure as the main title, so they can do a non-expedition sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense to have a different thing as the main title since, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily spoilers, it's something they explain pretty early on.
Yeah, it's the main premise of the game, is that there's a countdown happening, and the expeditions are numbered of what the countdown is currently at, basically. To explain it in, like, spoiler-free terms, in case you do care about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And the
honestly a very
expeditions
cool
are
concept.
to try to stop the countdown from happening.
Yes, yeah.
You'd have a big fear regarding it? Oh yeah?
Not enough cat girls.
It's extremely emotional and you worry you just won't care about that? Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely very character narrative driven.
I would say there's still enough other things to care about in that case.
Mm-hmm. The gameplay's still pretty
Like,
good.
You can make your own fun with the game if you're not into the characters and the story at all.
Mm-hmm. At least from what I've seen, yeah, it's definitely very character narrative focused.
Yeah. It is a roller coaster of emotions too, and everyone will feel differently about it. It's very similar to Final Fantasy XIV in the regard that, like, a lot of moral questions are gonna be posed.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally didn't feel sad playing the game. In fact, I took away a positive and happy message from it.
Nice.
That's all I'll say.
I'll have to see what happens. I'm only through Act 1, so... Yeah. Looking forward to finishing it so I can talk about it more.
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about it, honestly, without spoiling things. It's definitely the kind of story where, depending on where you are in your life, you're gonna experience it differently. Like, depending on your life experiences, your age especially, you're gonna interpret things differently from other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I could especially see a father get more emotional in this game than someone who doesn't have children would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can guess why that might be the case.
Yeah.
From what I know so far. But we'll see.
Well, as you know, generational trauma does seep into pretty much every piece of media right now.
Mm-hmm. A lot of generational trauma to go around.
Yeah, I don't remember when the last time was that I watched a Disney movie that wasn't about generational trauma, honestly.
That's true, actually. Even Toy Story.
Yeah.
Of traumaing their generation. Yeah. Trauma generation, how many milliwatts is that making? Deep your microwave? I don't know.
No, clearly it's the Trauma Generation is the sequel to the critically acclaimed game oh god, what was it? Trauma Clinic?
Trauma Center?
Trauma Center! I love Trauma Center. Fuck the Wii version, but the DS one was great.
Nice. I never played it.
It's basically like, hey, what if we had you operate on a human body, but it feels like you're playing WarioWare?
That does sound
Except you also
wacky.
have this really emotional story.
Nice. Victoria Space Age, yeah. I wish I could get into those types of games. I've never been big on sim games, even though they feel like they should be something that I'm interested in.
Same, but I'm just bad at them. Those I refer to as wiki games.
Yeah. I'm just too much of a... too old, too mentally slow. Can't keep up with them.
Yeah. I'll see, I guess that's another game I could shout out, but it's already like... God, when did it come out? Like 3 years ago? Is Potionomics.
Yeah. I've seen some gameplay of that.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, it's basically like a shop management game, but the way you sell your items to customers, on one hand, you have to craft them yourself, and the types of ingredients change the quality of it, but then you have to sell them to customers by basically going through a deck of cards that all give you different bonuses to your selling process. So it's a deck builder merchant crafting game with romance elements. Because of course it's an indie game with a cartoony art style. Of course it has romance in it.
Of course. And it's quite the genre mashup.
Yeah.
Just got a friend to carry you, true. But then I don't feel like I'm really playing the game. I lose track of what my friend is up to and doing in the game.
I don't know. I know several people that played Elden Ring that way, where they didn't do shit, and they still had a blast.
I guess that's fair. I don't know, I feel like in those kinds of games, though, the understanding the systems and how they work is like most of the game, though. So if you get lost there, then you're just not doing much. Whereas I guess there's more to see in like Elden Ring, even if you're being carried. It's always been interesting seeing the split between Elden Ring fans and Dark Souls fans.
Yeah, it's the non-linearity of it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Hydrate.
Especially... I will hydrate you. Especially fans of Dark Souls 2 in particular seem to be the biggest Elden Ring dislikers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that one is the one that's the most different from it in terms of scope.
Yeah.
And style and design.
It's very different. Yeah.
Like, there's portions of Elden Ring that feel like Dark Souls. But that's like 20% of the game.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a good example to compare it to. But you'll run into that issue in a lot of places in game design where you have like a game that is made up of component A and component B, and you might really be into component A, but you really don't like component B.
Mm-hmm.
You might really like Dark Souls dungeons, but you might really hate open world design. Cult of the Lamb is a prime example of that I keep bringing up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Is you might really like a base builder management game, but you hate going into the dungeons.
Yeah. Those are very different gameplay loops.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I do admit that was unfair. I do know that Osho likes Dark Souls 2 a lot, and so do I. Once I gave it a chance, I really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's the most interesting of the main trilogy. But still, Dark Souls 3 is just more fun to me, personally.
Makes sense. That's the one I've played the most of, I think. Not my cup of tea, though, so...
Yeah.
I've played very few of the Dark Souls games. Gotta go, alright?
I mean, once
See
again,
you,
it's the
Suki.
issue of, like...
We're winding down here, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I got a can of beans waiting for me. I'm not even joking. That is my dinner.
I mean, beans are good. Go get those beans.
Very fibrous.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you take away anything from the stream chat, it's eat what makes you poop.
Mm-hmm. Good fiber is important.
Eating is cringe. Oh no.
I mean, true. You just not have bodily functions. Would be nice.
This stream brought to you by Killer Bean.
That is Four Swords, yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, I've never gotten to play Four Swords with anyone.
Kind of hard to get 4 people to sit down and do it.
Yeah. I mean, technically you only need a second.
True.
Four Swords Adventure was also a thing that existed, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Only thing you want to take away from the stream is us too.
Aww. Please take me away so I don't have to go back to work.
Yeah. Alas.
I guess the demonstrating that you.
So you're roboting.
Ah.
Let's see.
Alright, it should be better now, hopefully.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, my internet just blipped there for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Four Swords is on the virtual console, whatever, and you can play it. They have it set up now so you can play a lot of the multiplayer virtual console stuff over the internet, which is neat.
Nice.
With the 5 FPS webcams.
Yeah, that kind of gets me.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that there's only so much they can do on that hardware, but it looks funny.
Mm-hmm. Very jank. For official footage.
I'm actually surprised that they haven't released a full-on like iToy-like game as a launch title.
I mean, they have the Jamboree
Yeah,
minigames.
that mostly feels tacked on though, doesn't it?
They are. It's literally a separate mode. They didn't touch the base game at all.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna ever say the full title of that game because it's technically like the full title is Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV.
Yeah, literally no one is
I
going to
think
say
that's
that.
That's the longest game title I've read since like fucking I'm Losing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man.
That's not even as long.
Yeah. Or was it like Super Robot Wars OG Saga Exceed Endless Edition or whatever? Endless Frontier, that's what it was.
There you go. Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you know game titles are becoming isekai manga titles? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the title so long it doesn't even fit on the box art?
That would be pretty funny. I would buy that game.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be a Bubsy game. That I could see that being a thing.
There we go. FromSoft made a deck builder action game in the past. That's wild.
Is it bad that my first instinct was the Yoko Taro card game?
Voice of Cards, yeah.
Voice of Cards, yeah. I was like, isn't that just Voice of Cards? But no, it's not FromSoft.
Mm-hmm. That was a Japanese indie studio.
It was indeed. Another one I might put on the list for my turn-based arc.
Yeah,
I like card games.
short but sweet.
Yeah. And I know it's not technically a card game, it's just card-based UI,
Yeah.
but still.
All the visuals are card based, but it's not a deck builder.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but you know, still cool.
Yeah, as someone who really craves a story-based deck builder, that was a bit of a letdown.
Understandable.
Because those games are just not being made anymore. Every card battle that comes out is like a roguelike.
Yeah.
Except for Cross Blitz, that one does it and it's great.
Nice.
And I guess this Thronebreaker, which is the like Gwent single player game, but I don't like Gwent, unfortunately.
So that would do it.
Yeah. The biggest mistake that Wizards of the Coast could have ever made was releasing a Magic the Gathering MMO and have it be about card battles.
Yeah. Wizards of the Coast only makes bad decisions, so.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Except for the movie that came out a couple years ago, that one's good.
Which they buried for not selling well enough.
Yeah,
It's a shame because it was a really fun movie.
it really was. Yeah.
Highly underrated.
All right. I think I will start letting you go, Hawk.
Alrighty. Well, it was good to hang out and chat again. Now it's been a while. I think December was our last one.
I had an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just refresh the Twitch page before we end here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was wondering.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So the 54-month resubscription, no?
54 months. That's insane.
Yeah, that's almost 5 years.
I don't think I skipped a single month since we knew each other.
Nice.
Since you had subs.
I think I've been
Crazy.
subscribed to you the whole time, too.
Yeah, yeah. On tier 3, no less. Like, for a large portion of it. Talk about passive income.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for that, honestly. Every little bit helps.
And we're friends and we support each other. Go figure.
Yeah. One day we'll build up, like, a gaming conglomerate.
There we go. I'm always down.
But it's gonna be spelled with a K.
There you go. Cool. And yeah. Guess
We'll reconvene at a convenient time.
yeah. I guess if either of us have a free period, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, see you at the very least for the Game Awards at some point.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe I'll stream before then. Who knows?
You know, I'll be there if I
want
can.
everything to be done and perfect before I start again, so I can just set it and forget it.
Fair enough.
Like, I want to be done with all my emotes, I want to be done with my new PNG, and then I probably won't make any changes until I get, like, a live speed model or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Hawk.
Of course.
I really enjoyed being here.
Thanks for
Always
being
do.
here. Yeah, thanks for reminding me
Sorry
to
for
schedule a
talking
time.
you off. Yeah, of course.
I always say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, and then I forget immediately after the stream ends.
Same though. I'm really bad about that.
Yeah, but we're here. We did it.
Yeah, we did, and it was great.
hmm
So many lovely people here too, hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you all to everyone in chat for being here. Ashu and
Yeah.
Yazu and Carrick and Kitsu and Krim and Oatmeal and Dare and everyone else. Sugi, of course. How did I forget Sugi?
Yeah, couldn't do it without y'all.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.
I do always say that the quality of a stream absolutely depends on its chat.
Absolutely. Yes, Oshu, please bully me to do that collab. I have been meaning to, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah, bully the hawk.
But yeah, hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I will be streaming again tomorrow. We'll be continuing Sonic Frontiers. But, yeah. In the meantime, see you all next time.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
And we'll just end stream straight.